Welcome everybody to the second week of the Wingman Series 8, or Wingman Series VIII, for those people who don't understand Roman numbers. I'm Toby, joined by Talha, and we will be joined by HayZ as well later today. Hopefully he get here in one piece. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be Miramar and plenty of it coming your way. And we talked last week about Sanhok and duos, and there were some thoughts on Chaos and all that, but Miramar, more room, more space. What do you think, Talha?
Well, you've got loads of a lot more land mass is available for the players, a lot less water. You don't have to worry about any sort of random rotations as well. But because of that land mass, because of all the little tiny compounds that you can go to, and with lots of named cities as well, just loot will be available everywhere, but it'll be a bit slower. Unless you're looking at teams that will just contest El Azahar or El Pozo. And Los Leones is one of the biggest places on PUBG, so, you know, why not have 3 or 4 duos in there?
I was going to say, I mean, I've seen 3 or 4 squats in Los Leones before, so it could easily fit that many duos. So those of you guys who are planning on sticking around for the entire evening, because we will be here literally all night. If you want to watch NA Wingman, it's not going to be tonight. We are going to bring you the Latin American, the LATAM region instead. It's conflicting with some things over there in the American side of things. But speaking of that, let's look at the schedule, shall we? You can see it right here in front of you. Miramar all day, and Talha 5 games for the EMEA region to play.
Yep, we did Sanhok last week, Miramar this week, and then we're going to round off the last 2 weeks with Erangel. And I much prefer this kind of schedule as well. It's actually ingenious. Why has no one thought of this before? Play one entire week.
All in 1 week.
All in 1 week.
Sense.
Only need to focus on that one map as players, and then you've got that week off. Well, there's a couple of days off to start practicing the next map coming up. Yeah. Start your strats rather than having to switch it all up. I mean, PUBG is a game about being adaptive.
That is true. That is true.
You know, sometimes we try and make it easier for you to adapt a lot less.
So do you think from a player's perspective that it's going to be easier to go back to the same map over and over instead of having, like we normally see, all the maps played on one day, and then it's like, oh, do you remember what happened in Game 2 last week when we played the map we're playing now? Is it easier to say, remember what happened 15 minutes ago? I mean, that's...
in a way, it adds a different challenge if you keep changing the maps. It adds like this other part to the competitive integrity of the game. But by putting the same map straight after each other, then you can kind of be like, okay, look, we just tried something, it didn't work, let's try something else, rather than, okay, this didn't work on us in Miramar 3 games ago, and now we're playing Miramar again, and all of that kind of stuff. So I think it's a lot better for, I think, the viewers and the players itself, but it does take away that extra added challenge of keeping you on your toes and keep switching up strats every other game.
And speaking of the players on the field, let's take a look at exactly which teams we are dealing with. You got the entire list here. 0 points across the board for the guys on your screens. Ataxia up there. We saw last week as well plenty of names that we've seen before. Of course, some of these team names might be a bit more creative than what we're used to seeing. But I'm sure once we get to the battlefield, you can go, okay, these guys. Okay, and then you know everybody playing on the server.
Of course, this is the the scoreboard for this week, so that's why it's 0. We'll get the overall scoreboard in a second, so we know exactly.
We figured out that Sanhok didn't matter, so we just nullified all the points played last week.
Get rid of it. Let's put Vikendi in now. The last week, Vikendi, let's go. Still going to happen at some point, I believe. I believe we're going to see Vikendi. But yeah, we're going to eventually see what the standings are and seeing how much that 1 week has, not really made a difference yet, but that 1 week has put people in their places, and see what the difference is. Who's going to be actually fighting it out for the long run? Also, you got to keep in mind, I mean, there's only going to be top 16 from this group going through. And look, I mean, we're going to bring it up in just a moment, but point system-wise as well, you really need to rack up some points, because already from last week, they're starting to get a pretty big separation. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 teams that are really going ahead with getting their 10 kills and a win. Was it North America towards the end? I mean, the GLL Wingman series, when we do EU and then North America really early in the morning, it all just melds into one. But I'm pretty sure there was one team, if it was EU, that only didn't get many kills, but they were doing really well in placements, and they were still up there in the top 5.
Cesarius and the teammate. And let's take a look at exactly what those leaderboards from last week looks like. You can see them up here in the top. M4's, Cesarius. I think they had something like 3 top 5 placements.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Stella as well up there with 2 wins on the day. Very hard thing to do, and especially hard on Sanhok, where people argue there's a little more RNG thrown into the mix. So for them to claim 2 victories, one of them with 10 kills, very impressive. And then as we talked about, M4's, of course, up there in second. Didn't get... Oh, no, it's Unknown Knights. Sorry, Unknown Knights. There you go. 9 kills only. But
Yeah, look at everyone they're surrounded by.
Placement points.
Yeah, every single team that they're surrounded by has above 10 kills. They're nowhere even close to the 19, 20, and 23 in the top 3, but they're still holding 4th place. Very strong. Gifted Gaming PUBG's 14 points. They're 21 points. Well, not 21 points in front of them. I'm not going to do the quick maths. 7 points ahead of the team in 5th place, and they haven't got a win.
Yeah. Speaking of points, of course, they wouldn't be getting any if it wasn't because of the point system that we have to play around. You can see it right here. 13th place is where things go down to the slim of 0. So that is very, very costly. I mean, now, yes, people forced into fights early on Xanax. That's what we talked about here. I would think that teams would arguably try to stay alive longer. But then again, it's Miramar, and you can get into some of these areas. Because in Xanax, for the most part, you can hide in that tree. You can hide in that bush. When we're thrown into the open on Miramar, we're thrown into the open.
Is nowhere to
and you can only have so many teams in a compound, right? So it's like 1 compound and 3 fields. It's like, where are these guys going to hide?
And hay bales are destructive now, right?
Not on Miramar. It's only on Rainbow.
Oh, right, okay.
That would have added a whole other level to the destruction.
I haven't played Miramar a long time. If it wasn't, that would have just added more.
Only
I mean, in Sandhawk, you don't really have much choice when it comes to we just want to kind of play for late game. It's just you're just thrown into a fight, and when you have to take a fight, you're expecting to be 3rd partied, 4th partied, and 5th partied. But I mean, Miramar, you have that kind of breathing space. But with that added breathing space of, you've got the range, so you're not going to get deaded straight away. There's not that much cover as well.
Exactly. And that's normally what we see. Teams that want to go for these high ground positions to get all the vision, and all of a sudden they go, oh, I can see everything. And what you can especially see is those 9 different teams shooting at you at the same time. It's just like a silhouette. Like, you know how in the Alps and stuff, that that cross on top of the mountains to show, oh, we claimed this mountain or whatever. This is you. Just literally a guy standing on top of the mountain with everyone looking up towards you.
It's funny because you've been in those situations where you're like, why is everyone shooting at me? You're like right next to each other.
What did I do?
There's a team there and a team there, not shooting each other, they're looking at... Well, it's because you're in the open and you're the easiest. Everyone can see you.
Yeah,
so.
That's normally... Well, we'll see whether the teams will, well, I guess you can say prioritize that high ground vision over the comfort of the hard cover, the compounds, the buildings, the walls, whatever you name it. Looking at squad play, and I like to bring up the comparison because that's, at least as far as competitive PUBG, we see more squad gameplay than we see with duos. It's so much easier, especially in Miramar, when you're a squad, to say, oh, we'll put 1 guy up on the hill to get the vision. These 3 guys can hold the compound at the same time. In duos, you're just 2 guys. If you want to have the high ground with the vision and the reconnaissance while also having the backup in the compound,
that's so risky.
That is so dangerous, because if that guy gets knocked on the hill, there's not just that, oh, can you go get him, I'll cover the compound at the same time. That's you risking everything on that play, right? So I'm thinking teams have to kind of prioritize one or the other. You can't do both.
Yeah, it has to be 100% for both the players to do one or the other. I mean, in squad play, that one player that you're sending off is like, you might die, and that's okay.
He's the expendable one.
Yeah, you might die, and that's okay. You're not fragging this week, so, you go be the support player.
The wrestler.
And, like, it's okay. We can still continue the game with 3 players in squad. But, in duos, because just thinking about it, especially in Miramar, it must be so much harder as well. You've got all of this open space and all these fights. You can't really watch all the flanks that teams like to play in squads. They like to do these insane flanks, these long round flanks, and all the undulating terrain kind of blocks off vision, and you need to be able to see where teams are coming from.
And that's the thing, right? Because if you're down to 1 player, which you will be after having lost 1 teammate, quick math, in duos, you're so limited. We talked about being exposed and being in the open. If you're one of those guys, you can't just hide in your bush, you can't just hide behind a tree. More often than not, you're forced out into the open, because you don't want to be sitting in that compound either when you're a solo player with a chance of getting pulled up upon.
Yeah, I mean, well, getting pulled up against 4 people is a lot worse than getting pulled up against 2 people.
That is true.
But it's that finding that balance, whether how confident you are as yourself as a player.
Solo player left alive, you have a chance to stay in the building or find somewhere to hide out in the open. What would you do?
I would Alt F4.
Just like, nope. Flip the table, leave the game, goodbye.
I would definitely sit in the building.
Building?
Okay. In my point of view, you've got hard, solid cover that versus my unbelievable, unparalleled skill, which is 0 with the rifle. So I'll take the extra.
So like if my
advantage.
gun is on him, like actually touching him, there's a very small chance that I actually miss my bullets. So if I can get him that close before, then I might actually get a kill.
Yeah,
Is
or
that-
they're
is
just
that
not
what we
looking.
are?
If they're not looking, actually, no. I tell you what. Even if they're not looking, I get completely shredded. So, no, I'd much prefer the whole. Right, this is solid cover. I'd rather stay in the compound
That's
unless
fair,
I'm
makes sense.
forced out.
Yeah,
to
obviously.
go out.
And that's another thing we talk about, right? How those compounds can give you... you can call it a false sense of comfort because you can have the compound and go, oh my god, this is perfect. They can never get to me. You have like this 50-meter open stretch and I'm just going to shoot them as soon as they get to me. And then you see that hard shift that goes over to the guys that were supposed to run.
Yeah.
So you're like... oh wait, that 50-meter buffer I just had is now the 50-meter death zone I have to go through. And, then
And there's no cover
Yeah.
at all. They have one hay bale.
So you grin and you're like, meh, meh, meh. All of a sudden it becomes them saying, well, come to us, come to us. We're
yeah,
waiting
that's
for
when you know you're like, right, okay. Now this is
Karma.
we're now dead at this point.
So clearly, you guys will understand by now if you're new to PUBG from a competitive standpoint, if you're new to PUBG in general, that this is a game with billion factors, and oftentimes a lot of them go against you.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? You said you were writing a book on circle philosophy, and it's just one word. Oh, not one word, one page.
Am I writing a book?
Yeah, I asked you quite a while ago, and you replied, I'm writing a book on circle philosophy in PUBG.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
it's
did.
one page, and if it can happen, it probably will happen.
Yes, that is true.
That
It's
is it.
it's a very short book. Yep.
It'll be number one seller.
If there's a chance, yes.
Probably will happen. I mean,
And if it hasn't happened yet, it will happen in the future. That's
the island circles that you can get on Miramar. I mean, we've seen that.
somewhat GLL exclusive
Yeah.
too. At least the Eastern ones. We've had the Southern one in other tournaments as well. But the Eastern ones on Miramar, could you imagine a duo game on those islands?
Would be less. Actually, yeah.
How would that even work? I mean, obviously more teams would make it out there.
Yeah.
Because but. I like the music for this. It's like it's like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's like how would how would that even work? Duos that goes to the
I
Eastern
mean,
Islands.
we surprisingly, I'm really surprised that we've seen those island circles quite a bit for like the chance that it could possibly happen. But that's what we mean by if anything can happen, it probably will happen.
Yeah.
So when you are playing, and that's what separates some of these players from just the normal PUG players that play PUBG. They're constantly thinking about their position for the next possible 3 circles.
Yeah.
And that's where they position themselves up as we get into the game. Let's see how they're going to play it out.
It is essentially a big old game of chess. Unfortunately, now we have all the pieces on the board. 60 players, seems like we're missing a team and a half on the servers. The trumpet fanfare is here to show the chaos is about to commence. And we are boarding a plane over the sandy dunes of Miramar.
Yeah, very shallow plane, actually. We're not going to see a lot of teams going towards El Azahar. Well, the north-eastern region actually is going to be very bare. So it's going to force a
I've seen
lot
committed people before. Don't take that away from them. Like, if I want to go Camp Militar, then I'm going Camp Militar.
We're going to go Camp Militar, loot up what we can, but then by the time we get there,
And
we're
then
going to have to
die
start
before
running.
we get to the circle.
That's when the circle's at prison.
Yeah. We'll of course have to wait and see exactly where the circle shows itself in just about 25 seconds. There you go. And of course, Picado, Hacienda, some of these big name cities are the focus points oftentimes in the early game. But as you said as well, Talha, this was a southern plain and it limits opportunities. Fortunately, Maro, that would be rude. Ibis don't want to go down so early. Yeah, 1 bullet connected, but not Lone Mod 2. It seems like he lived through the scare.
Yeah, it's breaking all sorts of rules of engagement for the Geneva Convention there, shooting people that are parachuting. And of course, he did not want to go to Campo Militar with this circle. And quite a possibility that it could shift further south and go towards the southern islands there.
We are almost 2 minutes in. I count something like 4 or 5 teams still in their parachutes. And this is another issue, right? Because see, Mithrin, he's chasing Meisters. I was just going to say, because normally when you have Southern Plains and squad games, we're talking 16 teams. Teams are already then trying to be extremely creative with, oh no, we can't go there. We can't contest those vehicles. That's going to be hard. Now you have potentially twice the amount of teams, almost at least, looking to get those same few spawns, those same few compounds that you have on the southern side. Because you can see Sinsen in the air, still up towards Saint Martin. He is far off, and these guys are playing on essentially half a map, and they all have to go south now. Very hard thing to do.
Yeah, if you ever did maths at GCSE or A level, with the graphs and stuff, and it's all dots everywhere, and you want to draw a line down the exact middle. Well, you can draw a line down down the middle, and you can tell which part of the map everyone is on, and it is the southern west side. And that is due to the plane. That plane is going to force all these teams to fight for areas that they don't necessarily want to fight for. We've already seen some early game aggression. No one's going down just yet. But also that leaves those late droppers to be very late on their looting up and whatnot, and also late on the rotation into the circle, especially in a circle like this, because, look, on the PUBG map, okay, it's not that great in terms of topography, but you can see where the hills are.
And ice creams.
What was it? Pokemon, right? That's what Parla called it last time. Is that
Icymon? I don't know.
Icymon?
Ice cream-mon?
Ice... Wait, it's a burger holding an ice cream.
That's the evolved version.
Wait, the tongue of the burger.
It's a tomato. It's tomato-mon.
Tomato.
Oh, tomato.
Tomato.
If we're British, it's tomato.
Yes, so... I completely lost my train of thought. That smiley face on the ice cream was just sensational. Of course. Oh, that's it. That's what I was saying. You want to get into this circle early because it's very hilly. You can see the topography. There's a lot of high ground and a lot of valleys. And if you're late, you're not going to get the high ground. You're going to be in the valleys, everyone looking down and shooting at you. So it's very hard and difficult to judge the right time to rotate.
Practically everything that's pavement or asphalt road on the southern side, like the big marked roads, are, for the most part at least, the low points where all the dark matter in the middle is high positions, which means that everything you have on the side of the road is either a steep hill up or a gutter on the other side. So going from one hilltop down to the road to the other hilltop is practically suicide once we hit in this point, circle 2, circle 3 maybe. Someone knows something. Vehicle was hurt. Saint, as soon as you set your foot in that car and touch the pedal, bullets are gonna come flying.
Right, this is clever. Well, I wouldn't say clever. It's just basic gameplay by She Created. All you're going to do is just wait on the hillside, and now you spot the player out. In fact, She Created's teammate, Team H,
on the roof. That's
coming
gotta be
in.
shooting. You got doesn't shoot. Okay, I thought the vaulting. Now this was to me this is a bit of a mistake. I thought he was going to start shooting because once you're vaulting, you're completely exposed in the animation, right?
Well, you can press S to cancel it, but not a lot of people do. And there's like a cutoff point to when you can cancel it. But that's actually going to draw the attention away. No, it's not. In fact, 50 Saint spots out TMH as he's coming around the corner, and now looks like 50 Saint's just completely stuck in water.
That would be insane. Could you imagine? I'm looking though. Where's 50's teammate? That's what I'm looking for. Where's Saint's teammate? Nowhere nearby. And, well, I mean, at least for now, he's going to be by himself, kind of pinned in. Oh, the timing She Created just there. Fortunately, he wasn't spotted. Now he is seen. But that timing, swapping around between the weapons, didn't catch him off. Good connected shots down towards him, though, but still, no knocks. And right now, honestly, Saint is doing what he can as far as buying times, and hopefully that teammate will come around at some point. Yeah,
what Saint needs is for both of these players to kind of close the gap and push in, so you can use his M4 that he does have and try and take on the fight one-on-one. Okay, they do have him sandwiched in, but they're going to be coming in from two different sides, so he can split up into a 1v1. Actually owns Godhand and Jack Ravart. So that is the first team of falling straight away, and we can already see a fight here with Naileup and one of the people from Team Greece and Cyprus.
Freezy already lost his teammate. Nailup's alive still. Great player that Meisters did manage to get down Ivers too. So one more guy going down on that side of things. But yeah, God, that's once again the M-Force guys. Currently sitting in second place, racking up 2 points very early on in the game. Good start for them.
Will Naileup read the ledge grab play coming in here?
We did get the update to revoke the sound update patch, so now it should be easy for him to hear. And I think he has a pretty good indication that this guy is sitting above him.
Is Freeze trying to smoke up? Is he going to smoke up that Bronco and then make a dash for it? It might just do.
He hasn't taken any damage. Right now, he has the upper hand as far as firing power. I mean, he has a solid 25% HP over Naileup, so that first bullet could be the difference maker for him.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he decides to do.
It's a game of. This is just a game of chess and seeing what you can do. Both the players are there. Horseman trying to find Truckee from existence. He's a teammate just standing there in the open. Dre. I was going to say, even though Freeze is walking, slow walking, his footsteps still can be heard.
Yeah, and see Bankai was there, the assistant player. Takes out Trunky, that's going to be him going down, and Dre now has to leave. Fortunately, will be able to do so. And I was just thinking, with that southern circle, I'm looking for it right now, this seemed more like a situation where teams were driving next to each other. Oh, Freezy finds him. So Naleb does go down. That's going to be Brow. Gone down. We can see the stuck tracer fire mid-air to indicate kind of where he was shooting from. So that's going to be the kill in his favor. But I was just going to say, I was looking for some teams to maybe do a little bit of rotation camps and stuff, but I don't feel like we've really seen any intentional, at least, rotation camps just yet.
You can see Molman and his teammate doing a nice rotation, going to find a little crate in the water if they do so wish. They've been doing really well. They had the first
two wins.
Yeah, 2 wins. They've had 2 wins, and the first 3 games actually were really good. So they're looking to try and preserve their lead and carry that forward coming into Miramar. And you can see everyone else just closing in. Now, where do you go? See Valle del Mar, that's free. The bottom island, that's free, but no one's going to go there because it's too risky. The circle shifts away. So everyone's just going to conglomerate around in the middle, on the high ground, in the compounds, and what they can find, and then see where the next circle actually takes them. And Existence are taken out just like that.
Horseman, he didn't want to let that one go. Chased him down along the western side. And they managed to secure themselves a double. Now, Molman and his teammate, they're sitting in first place right now. And they're, as you said, making their way down to the southern island. And, well, if they want to get the circle shift, I think it has to come off of this next one. Because if this one goes anywhere but south, I don't feel like there's going to be any chance for the circle to go down there.
Yeah, Freezy trying to take on a fight with everyone. Mythrain and 10,000 Days. They're really far away, but why not? When you've got the ammo. Show some presence.
Also, he's a solo player. This is a little greedy. I mean, then again, he is just a player hunting for kills. So right now, obviously, you can see the circle shifting away. He has to leave, and no. Molman is clapping his hands. Look at this circle. We didn't get the eastern one right off the bat, but we for sure might get ourselves a southern one.
Right, okay, but there is still a chance that it could shift north.
There is.
But it looks very solid that it's going to just keep circling into the middle there, and that would be insane. You can already see on that map, there is only 3 places where there are buildings. And they're not that great buildings. Mixon actually goes down. Honor with the cover of this vehicle. And he's actually going to take both of them down.
Wow.
Raz comes around the corner a bit too prematurely. And he gets taken down.
Honor was the guy last week who had a chance to rest his teammate, but just backed off and ran away. Just kind of countering his name there. Maybe he was looking for Honor. Seems like this week, though, going a little better. This is absurd.
Freezy's actually going to be the first one to cross the bridge.
Look at the circle size too. If you're Sillers or Sparking right now, you're just crying.
Okay, Mage Bane and his teammate, they're bridge camping, and Freezy's the first one to cross the bridge.
There's no way. Oh, even worse. And they're going to stay here. There's no way in hell they're not trying to just rack up points.
You know, he probably could have gone away if he didn't crash into the pole.
Yeah, you and Wells on that side of the road, so I don't think that would have happened. You see the guys from EMEA, because they're currently just, they're shooting by the bridge. Let's just swim. This is our chance, guys. This is our chance.
See, this is now where the chaos starts. Everyone wants to cross the bridge. Everyone wants to get across as fast as they can. If you're Moleman and teammate, you're happy. The
thing is, there's only so many places you can cross, because once you go from the western bridge, not the one over by Valle del Mar, but the bridge on the eastern bridge, sorry. There's only a few points that you can see on the right side right now. This cliffside, you cannot really get up.
Yeah. This whole cliffside, if you go in the water, it's really steep and you can't get up it. You've got to try and find a beach.
Someone ult Ford. He blew himself up with a vehicle explosion. That's unfortunate. This next circle, Chinche is in Puerto Paraíso. I think Chinche is like, it's like the ostrich syndrome, you know? If I just look away, this didn't happen. So I think he's just thinking, if I just stay in Puerto Paraíso, somehow the circle will come back to me. Because there's no way in hell I'm going down to that island.
Sorry. He's probably as colorblind as I am. He can't really see the blue that's surrounding him. He's like, guys,
maybe he's colorblind.
This is the play area,
right? Am I in? Why am I taking damage?
Safe rest.
50 seconds until I think we can guarantee whether that circle will indeed go to the southern island or not. Because the one after the one we see now is going to have to exclude water to as big as an extent as possible. And, oh my lord. I mean, there's no way this next circle won't have some part of the island in.
Yeah, what is it?
It's just a question of whether it's the entire island or just a bit on the northern side.
It's got 100% exclusion of water
On the next one, not the one popping now, but the one after
relative to the shrink size that it has. So there might be still some water in it, but it will do its best to get rid of as much water as possible.
Exactly.
And you can see, actually, this area doesn't have a lot of cover.
There is no cover at all. There's literally no cover. You need your vehicles in order to like make cover out of this, and you won't be able to bring your vehicles because people like Magebane and Ewan are just saying, well, bring your cars. We'll have all of them. Now let's see. Let's see. Where the hell are we going? First game of the week. And where does this go?
They're still 50-50.
That goes
on the bridge.
It's supposed to go up towards Meisters, like the eastern side, northeastern edge. But I honestly don't know. This is an interesting shrink. If we could zoom in a little bit, maybe on the map side of things, then it would be easy to get the overview. But I think it has to go northeast. We'll wait and see. It's PUBG. This is where you go. If it can happen, it probably will. So whatever you think, like whatever as a player right now, you're saying, guys, this is my gut feeling. Just go with it. Just go with it, because there's no way of knowing. Like there's no way of knowing.
Larone, his teammates has been knocked by Moleman. You can see Beamy and Moleman finally coming out of their cover.
Swam across, and then they get killed immediately. That's unfortunate.
All right, this is clever from these Stellar guys. They know that they might eventually have to go back across, so why not just start now and start pushing in?
Yeah.
Gets spotted out. Nice head peeking. Moleman hits a shot.
Shoulder peek.
And this is going to allow them to close the gap. I mean, they're not really being contested anywhere else. That nade does a lot of damage too.
Yeah, I like the positioning. Beamy throwing the nades, Moleman holding the angles in the meantime, and now they can kind of swap that roll over. Because, I mean, there's only so many places he can be in there. Nade goes over, bounces on the backside. That shouldn't do any damage. Nope. Laron stays safe for now. More nades thrown in. He's molotoving the edge right there. Trying to smoke off. I don't know if he wanted that smoke to land right out there, but if he did, that was a perfect smoke.
Yeah.
Actually, a perfectly thrown smoke to kind of corner off that, but look at Beamy, he's crossing around. He doesn't have any more nades, though.
No, not at all.
He's looking for him to run out on the backside. I think that's the case. As long as Moleman can hold off the top, then he can make sure that he won't be able to disengage on the backside of the compound.
Lauren doesn't walk out back, but now Beamy's been caught out in the open. Rip. Putting some shots into him, 15, but still, Moleman's now pushed in, but he's not going to have the help of his teammate coming in from the backside to do the backstab. Now Moleman going to be sneaking in. AK-47, very good at this range, high amount of damage, but...
Considering I was just going to say, considering there are two alive and Beamy is nearby, it would have been very, I think, incorrect of him to make the aggressive play before Beamy is there. I mean, there are two anyway. Might as well play it as two.
This is very... They need to do this. Ooh, doesn't matter. Moleman gets the headshot.
And you saw Beamy would have been there, even if he does get knocked, Beamy would have been there to flush him on the back. Okay, this looks like a northeast, like just anything northern shift. But then, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. This is interesting. Ham goes down, Tundo does as well. So it seems like Saint got himself a few kills before issues came in. Tari had a good thing going last week, and now again got owned. And Tari, 4 kills already, and most importantly, still both of them alive.
Team Maya does spot out another 2 players from ZZZZ. Actually, wow, a shot and then a headshot, knocking Judge. And now Honor, he's going to be forced to be out of the fight for quite a bit. And look at Tari, he's just standing out in the open. He's silhouetting. He knows where Zeron is.
And we've hit phase 4, so these are going to start chunking down quite a bit of HP. And there's actually more solos on that western side, because 50 Saint is coming up that hill too. It did shift north, okay. But now we have the rule where now we don't have to go away from water again. This one could shift right back towards that bridge for the next 4 circles. We could have a game that ends on the shoreline.
Or the bridge.
I don't think the bridge itself actually counts, but technically, I guess.
Does the bridge count as water?
I don't think where Ewan and Magebane are right now, I don't think you can have a center point on that. But, I mean, then again, if it's in the books, then it's most likely going to happen.
If the coding is right, then...
I'm feeling for these guys. I mean, Bankai, Horseman, they just made it to the island. They literally just got here. Now they have to go back again.
And as they did, they were just following in the footsteps of Moleman and Beamy.
And you can't transfer back over the western bridge anymore because it's so far out in the blue. So they finally make it in on this side, and now they have to cross over the other side again.
There's actually a fight going down there by Gargi and Fark.
Yeah. Oh, Gargi. Blop, 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 blop.
So
blop.
deep. That's fine. Yep, let's just leave him. He's either going to drown
or he's going to sail him over. He's drowning.
Oh,
There's no way he's getting up from there. Wait, no.
No way.
There's no way they're allowing for that to happen. Guys?
Excuse me?
What?
It was one. That was 1 free point. 1 free point.
I know
right
the
there.
circle was coming, but
That's 1 free point and then a placement. Well, I mean, it'll be 17 teams, but still, if Gargi goes on and makes his way into the top 12, they're going to be kicking themselves in the backside.
That was a very surprising turn of events. Let's put it at that.
But I won't be surprised if they actually go under the bridge.
Oh yeah, and there's a little point you can sit on down there. You can see everyone is so occupied shooting at other things right now that the boat in the water is most likely not going to be a focus point. That made just a little too far, or a little too short, I guess you can say, in terms of it pumping off right in between the two rather than on one of them.
Yeah, Nawick, not really in the best of positions right here.
Yeah, no.
I think his teammate's in a better position with using the hillside as a bit of cover. And he's going to try and go join him. There we go.
Him and Spike did manage to grab themselves a win on Sanok last week, but clearly they aren't really in the position to pull off chicken dinners right now. They need to somehow get off of this beach.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the problem.
Horseman is still on the other side, and he is starting to connect shots. That's going to be one not connected. Now, Spike, it is run, my friend. One more bullet should be him down, and that's going to be both of them.
I was going to say, that's the problem. They've got cover from one side, but there's still players on the other side of the island. And now Molman and Beamy, they've heard Horseman and Bankai, and they have snuck up behind them. Look at the positions they have. One's been spotted. Beamy is on the other side of the road. Gargi's actually coming behind Beamy. Molman goes for a spray, and that's going to put Horseman and Bankai on the backside. But now it's all down to Gargi, and I think Beamy might have heard him or spotted him. Or he's very cautious that there could be a player behind.
Yeah, I think that's the case. They don't want to take anything for granted, and that's exactly how you got to play duos. You're only 2 guys up alive. You have to anticipate people being literally everywhere. He must have heard something since he looked in that direction. Now Gargi is sprinting around like an elephant too. So he must have heard him at this point. He's close enough that he would have heard him. New circle is going to pop. I wonder where we're going. Gargi does start shooting, and we are indeed going north, but there's still a bit of water in. So we'll see Molma and Beam. We're congratulating them for their island push, but I don't know how much longer they can stay.
Oh, Horseman and Bankai are madmen. They are just charging across that bridge.
Well, they have to. They're realizing right now these guys, they're fighting Beamy down to low HP. Gargi, he is doing Horseman and Bankai a huge favor right now.
Molman, is he not... Did Molman go down? There?
No. He's I think he's trying to hold an angle, but I'm not sure exactly why he's in the blue.
Yeah, unless that's the minimap is a bit bugged. I wouldn't believe that he's still in the blue right here. There we go. Kill tracker, Lappa Gaming. That's Bankai and Horseman.
Yeah.
They have 4 kills. There's 2 alive still. Then you have M-Force with 4, only 1 alive, and then ZZZ with 4 kills, and everyone else on 2 just below them as Blaze Esports get another team wipe. That is, Gargi actually goes down, so he was out in the open for far too long.
Yeah. Once again, it's the other side of the water that comes in to make the difference, play. Molman has to run. The circle is already shrinking, and you can see 5 first aids. He just got to pick up some extra, but look at the jumps it's taking. He is getting this one off. And the circle's already moving. 5 damage per tick. Molman, you're dead. Smash one more, and that's going to be the Blaze team racking up extras.
Now, it looks like Bankai and Horseman, they've got themselves a very nice, slow game up ahead. They just need to get across the river while all these other teams that are trying to push into the circle are fighting. Maro gets a nice spray down, and he's going to look for the teammate. Sees him, doesn't land any shots, is trying to right now. You don't want to stop there. That's where your teammate went down.
Yeah, I don't think he caught up. I know exactly where those bullets were coming in from. Unfortunately, Mythrain running down. Maro is spraying all over the place. All by himself for now, too. Mysis is further down the road. He actually does get the knock on towards Mythrain.
Yeah, now it's down to 10,000 days. Who's got himself in a ditch, but oh, Maro, you need to run.
Keep on running.
Oh, dear. He just didn't heal up enough and just spent a bit too long there. Got a bit too greedy.
Down there, too. This is a third-party team coming in. MyFog and his teammate. They were the ones leaving earlier with the boat, and now they're the ones to come up and clean up their side of the circle. So I guess despite missing out on the play on the guy in the water, they still managed to find themselves a couple of points.
Oh, Meisters, he's been spotted by Bankai. He did spot Horseman, didn't go for the shot, but Bankai definitely will go for the shot, but it's going to be Zen that picks him up and takes him out of the game. Meanwhile, Magebane comes and knocks Zen on the backside, so third party central on the eastern side of that circle.
I don't think they need to look over the bridge anymore. I mean, if there had been anyone tanking the blue for this long, he needed to get a medal anyway. Probably some survival mastery points while we're at it.
And your battle points.
New circle strings, and it continues down towards the water. Now, as we can see, Bankai and Horseman, they either need to get off the bridge or stay further up, and that's where you leave yourself extremely exposed to all these opponents. But if they can clear one side, if they can go out and say East is clear, that should be really good for them. And Sinsen Clubber, they were probably the latest team to this circle, and, well, now they're sitting well in it with a good weaponry too.
Arguably the best time to get such a crate like that. You get so much 5.56. Okay, if you don't like to use the M249, but it's such a good, strong gun as well. But refreshing your armor later on into the game, going into the closing parts of the game, very good for you if you're going to come in, and definitely will have the upper hand. Now it's just all about how do you rotate and how well is your aim going in. And right now, Magebane knows where MyFark is, but he's not going to look at anyone else.
He's just going to wait. No, there's no reason to either. I mean, he has been in this compound for a while. He knows there's a team sitting above him, and there's really nothing for him to do. You can hear the bullets already flying, and that's one connected. That's two. And Bankai is going to be the one to steal it. So despite Magebane holding that angle for the longest time, no kills connected for him. Clubber is sending it across, full speed forward on the bike. Where can you go? He's driving in circles, trying to find somewhere to hide.
It's going to be Bankai again.
Clubber taking down Bankai. 6 kills for Labba already. They want to make it 7.
Bankai, he is sniping people with the M4. On his stream, he goes by the Bulgarian sniper, the best Bulgarian sniper the world's ever seen on PUBG. Right now, he doesn't have a sniper in hand, but he does have a 6x, and he is still sniping players as we go 7 kills for Lappa Gaming, and they look like they're on the way to taking the win.
Yeah, God-owned, racking up more kills. I believe that's the 5th kill for him alone this game. So very good game for him already now. T-Ship does spot one from below, but Lhasa, obviously, no knocks coming in. That's kind of dangerous for him, because Prachi, well, you need to go and help your teammate. It has to be right now. Oh, Sinsen from the other side takes him down. Prachi does find him, so the return comes in, but how does it get to his teammate? He doesn't.
I mean, Laza, yeah, there we go, teammate's gone. So they actually realized that the person that got knocked was that person above them.
Great reaction play,
and took that 1 point. But my God, insane play by Sizen to get the knock.
Yeah, unfortunate angle. He thought it was all kinds of safe in that room, but that's the issue with Miramar sometimes. Second floor for you normally means safety in terms of your angle, but on Miramar, the curvature and the terrain doesn't always happen.
See, in terms of plays, teams that could probably take the win, I think Blaze Esports, the way they've been playing in this game alone, really are contending Lappa Gaming. And right now, if Got Owned can own them and eliminate them from this game completely, I think Lappa Gaming have a good shot for getting that first place.
Judge, what are you molotoving? I'm a little unsure what that one's all about, other than trying to give up your own position. But one thing, I mean, you talk about who can win. Honestly, we've seen so many crazy things in terms of duos already that I honestly don't think you can ever tell.
Of course not, of course. But just the way some teams are playing their place, oh my God. Right. Yeah.
Speaking of lasers.
Yeah. But look, it is Blaze and Lappa Gaming. Bankai still going ham. He does have a sniper, in fact. He gets the headshot. Proji jumps down, gets Lazar, and he gets the second one, jumping through the window. You got rid of my teammate. You didn't give me the chance to res, so I'm going to style on you guys.
Jump shot him. Wow. That's different. Impressive, but different. I like the effort, but unfortunately for him, it didn't really work out the way that he wanted it to. And Judges still, I mean, despite having thrown the Molotov, I don't think anyone really knows that he's up there.
So there's 2 duos and 2 solos left.
Correct.
It's Lappa Gaming Blaze.
8 kills for Lappa already as well. Our record so far is 11 kills. Yep. That was one of the NPL teams racking up that last week. And, well, I mean, I want to see if we can have anyone with more. Ooh, right over the head.
Yep, let's see if he can live up to his name as the Bulgarian sniper. Through the smoke, come on.
Over the top of it? Nope, not going to connect either. I like this. Immediately, right as he shoots, he knows the compound is going to be out soon. Immediately turn around, look above you. I really, really like the play. It just tells you, like, awareness, composition. Great.
Yeah, he's found himself this rock, which he can kind of challenge both angles at if he needed to. But also, he's obviously told Horseman to watch the cliff while he's not looking. So they've got their angles covered, especially because they know exactly where everyone is now.
The issue for him is once he's hidden from one position, he's exposed to the other. So whichever angle he's not holding, he needs his duo partner to be kind of keeping an eye over.
Ooh.
Double tap coming in there, yeah, for sure. Bankai down to low HP, needs to get healed on up. And of course, smashing his teammate. They can stick around for now, but as you can see on the minimap in the corner, They are very far out on the edge of the circle. Now, there is one more shrink to come before we get that final center dot. But I think everyone's kind of hoping for it to go to their edges right now.
If it goes north, oh boy.
It doesn't. Send us up somewhat. And, of course, Bankai and Horseman, well, for now, they will be the ones closest to it.
Now, because the road is actually on the higher ground, Prodigy can come out and just lie down flat on the road while in the circle, but he has to watch out for Judge.
Yeah, I was just going to say, whichever player wins that road fight, if they even get to engage one another, they will have a very good position. They will have to leave at some point, but as you can see right now, Judge, he knows he's over there somewhere. He heard the shots fired earlier in that direction. He's just going to wait for him to cross. That's his kind of goal, I think, at this point. Just wait for that player to cross the road, get some free shots in there, and hope that you can get him down.
See, now this is a problem here. Lappa Gaming, they are taking the fight on with Blaze. They're just whittling each other down, ruining their armor, but they're also running out of ammo. We can see 38 reserve 5.56 left.
He does have a barrel, though, so you would assume that he has enough 7s for an up-close fight.
But look at the utility. He had so much utility in the nades.
That is true. It is an 8 game. The one we're in right now. Judge, as you can see, well, he's looking for info. He knows there's one there. It's like, when in the hell is this guy going to cross that road? But they're both waiting for each other.
He's not crossing. He's coming closer.
Exactly. I think he knows that there's a player up there, too.
And the tree's blocking him.
Yep. It's just...
Oh, no.
There's a game developer saying, this is why I planted that tree there. In case of these situations.
Oh, what's this? Smash and rip.
They have to run.
Running for it. They've actually got Bankai very low, so this is going to give them the opportunity. It's all down to Horseman for the next 9 seconds.
They have to commit to the push, knowing that they got them down to low HP. Ban goes down, so Rip and Smash have a chance at a 2v1 here. Fight escalates above as well. Judge does get one down, so now it's a 2v1v1.
Judge can act very fast here, come across the ridgeline, and he can see both of these players up in the open, but he's too low. He's not going to take the fight. And now he's got himself second place just by position alone.
Yeah. 2 kills only for him, 3 for Anna earlier. He does have the mini at hand. Knows where they are now. We got 2 players on 1 rock. Unfortunately, no smoke or no nades for him to use. And you can see he has to make the run forward at some point. Some sporadic nades thrown forward. They know exactly where he is too.
Yeah, he has to move away from his cover first before they do. He's trying to even up the playing field, seeing if he can get 1 knock at least. You've got Rip holding an off angle.
He needs
Smash
that 1
behind.
knock. He needs that 1 knock desperately if he wants to have any chance. They know now exactly where he is. Judge, I think you're down, and that indeed he is. Smash lasering through with the mini. Was a fast tap competition. Unfortunately for him, he wins it. 8 kills for the duo. And what was, I mean, despite not going to the island, was a pretty damn interesting way for the game to turn out.
I know, and especially Rip and Smash, they did a lot of help from their side of the island by knocking people and kind of ruining the fights. Like with Beamy and Molman had the drop on that player in the compound, but you know, just a couple of tags coming out by Smash and Rip just ruined everyone's plans. And a lot of cross-island fighting, and you know, again, that is PUBG and that is Miramar. If you're not watching, if you're not thinking about all the different angles you can get shot from, then you know you deserve to get shot. Yeah,
pretty much. That's I also like how, I mean, we got 5 Miramar games on the day, so if you're in for Miramar, you're in for a good day. And we start off with this curveball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I was just, oh my god, are we actually going to go to the island in the very first game? Just to throw some trauma onto the players from the start of it.
There you go. So that's how it happened. Nail up, getting Batman.
Getting to one Batman in this. I mean, I really feel bad for the players. I mean, one thing is the guys that came to the island early, but the ones like these guys here that actually struggle to get over to the island to then have to go back again. That is just unfortunate.
These are just free kills, in all honesty. Look, up until this point, Bankai and Horseman only had 2 kills for the team. And then suddenly they shot up. I think they got about 8 kills, right?
Also, I love how they were one of the only teams that never really stressed crossing back. I mean, Molman and his teammate would have crossed earlier, but we got to remember Garki. Garki is the reason that Bankai and Horseman even got to cross the road, because he started kind of containing Molman and Beamy on the southern side. So I guess some of the effort for their 3rd place goes into Garki's hands.
Yeah, and think about it. Garki only stayed alive because
the other guys never shot him while they were sailing.
Died.
Yeah. It's PUBG. It's one big butterfly effect.
Yeah, I was going to say, butterfly
really
effect, chaos theory. It's just, everything comes back to bite someone in the backside.
It's all because these guys never killed the guy while
he
they were
was drowning.
sailing away.
They could have just stayed around and let him drown. Even if they didn't get the point, it's one less player.
That is so funny. Guys, we're going to throw it over to a short break, and then we'll be back and ready with game number 2. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Game 1 is in the books, and what a funny one. I really did have my hopes up for that island, and then we talked about it coming into it, and then you see that the second circle, I was like, oh my lord. Are we actually starting off with that?
Get one of those.
But now the game kind of baited us. I wonder if they have more in store of similar just chaos.
Chaos.
Because that's really what it was.
I'm trying to find a good quote about chaos.
Armageddon? Wait, a quote about chaos?
Chaos. I feel like it's like a Batman quote from Bane or something. He says, that's it, the Joker.
It's probably Joker, yeah. I was going to say chaos. That's like what he thrives in, right?
It's chaos.
And speaking of thriving in chaos, some teams really do. I mean, some teams are just that we don't want to do the whole 10 circles ahead strategy planning. We want to react to where those bullets are fired, and we have the first-person shooter mechanical skill set needed to go out and frag out while everyone else is maybe a little confused. Some teams really rack up a ton of points in those moments.
Especially in the late game where there are just a whole bunch of teams so close together. And you can see some teams, their playstyle especially, is a lot calmer than a lot of the others, such as Horseman and Bankai.
Prodigy?
I don't think I don't think they thought themselves to be in the best position. I mean, crossing a bridge on foot, not really the best thing to do. But especially the way they were playing was very slow, methodical, and relaxed.
And the thing is, I think they realized too that everyone might see us, but that's again the thing where when the circle is as small as it is, and we're talking duos. You don't have time to look at the guy 500 meters away because you probably have a guy 30 meters away that you need to deal with first. And let's see exactly how all these Chaos Embracers managed to do on the leaderboard. Now, Blaze, they won themselves the game. That's 10 points for them. And then 8 kills to it as well. Laba, despite getting that 3rd place, they still managed to jump into 2nd due to their 8 kills tying the top.
Yeah, those two, 8 kills apiece, and then a big gap of about 3 kills, and then you've got ZZZ in 3rd place with 5. Came 2nd place, of course, and Online Vision Gaming Red. Don't forget about Blue, the other game cartridge that you need for Pokemon. 5 points for their placements and 5 points for their kills, and then M4's 3 points for their placement, but 5 points for their kills as well. Puts them up into 5th place, and then everyone else following suit, really.
A lot of 0-pointers, and I think that's probably due to the circle that teams were forced into. I mean, circle combined with a really, really, really tough plane early on did really not make things easy for a lot of these teams that maybe thought, okay, we'll go a little further north. Well, I guess we're going far down south.
No, just looking at some of the team names I haven't noticed before. We've got Holding Bathrooms. Yes. That's how you play PUBG. I sit in the bathroom and wait.
That's how Talha plays PUBG.
That's how I play PUBG. You sit there and you wait for everyone to walk in, and
that's actually his player name. His teammate is called the Jump Scare Generator.
Right, we're in 2nd game, Wingman, game number 2, GLL Series 8, and of course we haven't actually said it this week, but prize pool for Wingman for both North America and EU is $40,000 US, 20,000 for each region. The top 16 from the EMEA go through to the finals against the top 16 of the CIS region, and with North America, the top 16 go towards the top 16 from South America, and they both battle out for $20,000 US per region. A lot of money to win, especially just for 2 players. $8,000 for first place.
That's the thing, right? That's kind of the buffer. You don't have to share it with a squad and potentially a coach too. It's just you two guys.
Give a percentage to the team.
Then whoever carried more obviously gets a little more money than the other guy. But of course that's all on you to decide. But yet another interesting play. Now it wasn't as cruel as the previous one, I'd say, because teams can go more north and south stretched here than what they've done before on the previous game. But it's still my lord. Oh my lord. Could you imagine? Could you actually imagine? Could you actually imagine this happening? I would.
No, I can't.
I'm not even gonna bait it. It's just.
So a thing has happened for anyone that's just tuned in. A thing has happened.
We have to stop jinxing things. I think that might be the case.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, look at this. I mean, look at the circle and where teams are going. Okay, wait. So I'm now curious to see if anyone just puts all their eggs in one basket and goes to that island. Because believe me, should the circles go out to those eastern islands, it's chaos. It's chaos in squads. It's chaos in squads.
Here we
Could
go.
you imagine how it's going to be in duos? Hulk, Jesus, praise the Lord. Let's never ever get those circles out there. The players said while everyone else hoped it happened.
I mean, for the first 2 games of Miramar, it's just not what you're expecting, really. You're expecting a boring game to end here
I love it.
on either the islands on La Bendita or anything like that. But no, it's going to be there for Smash. Get smashed in the face, but Apocalypse goes down. So it's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. But it looks like Istanbul Wildcats are actually out in the open and they're far worse off here. But no, it's fine. They've got the cover of the ridge.
It's a Turkish standoff between Blaze and the Istanbul Wildcats, and it seems like both of them gets to somewhat disengaged, but these some frustration bullets fired by Rip, and of course not being able to get the flush. Or just testing that his weapon. Could you imagine if that was a thing where your weapon could, what do you call it?
Jam.
Yeah, you get jammed up.
Oh my god, okay, so they've actually rezzed very late, but they're holding that. They've got Judge and Honor coming up behind, and look at them.
Oh, the
Special
smokes
ops.
are the baiters. The smokes are the ultimate, what can you say? It's like just bait, like bait food for like when you try to hunt an animal or whatever. I don't know what it's called. In any case.
But now they're actually being shot by, they're not being shot by Apocalypse and Team. They're being shot by Mon.
Where's Mon, man? He's probably like with a 15x on a mini somewhere 2 kilometers away shooting at them. Yep, no, he's all the way up in Minas. It was close enough. It was close enough. It was close enough. About 600-700 meters away, Mole Man starts tapping. Judge finds him. And that's going to be one down. Apocalypse spotted as well. That should be him down too. And indeed it is. Judge got himself a 2nd place last game. And those 2 kills were the ones he couldn't find back then. And starts off the game with 2 points.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great start for those Istanbul guys at all. Just one after the other and then pushing out.
They had a tough start last week too.
Yep. Not really, you're not expecting Judge or Honor to be up there in the open, pushing out that early. But hey ho, that's how you get the kills. That's how you get the points. You go and you play unpredictably, and you let the players walk towards you. And into you, Mr. Krokas spots 1 player from BBs. That's Mobsy. And it's going to wait for him to get in the car. He gets in the car. That's a headshot.
He sat down. Yeah, I was just going to say, I think he saw him. Yep, shots have been fired. I don't know why that's happening now, but we see like these laser tracers that don't really go anywhere. But Mopsy has indeed seen him. It seems like Karagas don't want to let him get away with that car.
Yeah, clever the smoke. Going to give him the added cover, but the wheels of the car are going to go down. Nail up. He's taking his time to play around this, being very cautious, trying to find the teammate.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he wants to spot his teammate too, right? Like, so they wanted that right now. They're only getting shot by 1, but they want to know where that teammate is too. So they are the ones that get surprise attacked.
The teammate is quite far away, so it looks like Mr. Krokas is going to back off. Oh, no, that's the teammate. Okay.
Yeah, they both ran off.
So not worth the fight. They're going to be going. You can see Freeze and Seki just driving in their Broncos across the open field. And now Laneup and Mobsy do not actually have a vehicle.
Lots of dogs chasing cars. Is that a car? Is that a car? Ah! Goes out on the lawn and starts barking, but the neighbor was upset at the dog, so he shoots him in the face, and that's going to be Nailub punished by Chinjay. The teammate, obviously, from Caracas from before. He had all the info that these guys were down by the compound, and Nailub sitting still in the open gets punished immediately.
That's going to be good for them if they can push out and actually flush those players out. Then they can try and look for a vehicle in a second. Meanwhile, Blaze Esports, they're closing the gap, and they're going to make their way towards... no one, sorry, I thought this compound was taken. It isn't. It's taken by his teammates.
It is.
It is. It's very safe. It's
completely taken by his teammate. And Mixon and Rask, they might be able to change that up. Obviously, they'll see the vehicle down there. They'll see the door that was once open now being closed. So it should be them figuring out there's indeed opponents in that area. But with just 2.5 minutes to go, and this circle potentially causing something along the lines of tumors in a matter of seconds, or a matter of minutes. Flowey actually out there. They were the ones that committed early to the other island before, and they're crossing over too.
Pankai. Madman sitting in the middle of the road, just spraying at vehicles as they're going past. He doesn't care, neither does MyFark. He actually blows up a vehicle and takes down Kleineman. And that's one for him, not Bankai or Horseman, but he spots out the teammate stopping at the petrol station.
And that's another thing, right? Because when we talk squash, normally you have 3 or 4 guys shooting at those vehicles coming in, and that makes it so hard. But actually, you can survive normally at least, driving past one team, because A, they might not hit all their bullets, and also B, it's only 2 people shooting at Horseman. Holy moly, that was a Molotov. Not a Molotov, I was going to say mortar. Ooh, Mithrain runs over his teammate. That's, of course, not what you want to have happen. Oh, buggy. 2 guys on it.
Bad guy sees person on back of vehicle. He sprays. He gets a lot of tags off. Switches to the 6x. He's going to go again. Long range. Can anything connect? Oh, he does. One more. Does he do? Oh. Wait.
It wasn't them who died.
Okay, right.
It was actually mixing the models. That was them, I think, taken down. Yep, rip and smash. Those were the guys trying to breach that compound we talked about just before. Both getting taken down in this circle. Flowey is out there alongside his teammate Laron. And, well, I mean, hopefully for them, they'll get rewarded. They just got a crate, so technically that's reward enough. But having to
the game is like, yes, my children, you are baiting them.
You know where to go. That's like the checkpoint you have to drive past if you want to make it to the next circle. And they indeed got there.
A lot of teams going for a northern rotation here. Lagagi's coming in. His teammate just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, it's holding off further forward. Mopsy and Naleb still under fire. As we can see, they did manage to get the rest up from Chinjia just before. So no more harm done than that. Also a fresh helmet in there should it be needed. But 20 seconds is going to be something that determines quite a lot, I think. Could you imagine? 2 games in a row. Going almost at least.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
We're just going to wait. Okay, let's just wait and see what happens.
Yeah, she creative spots out Zen.
Oh, he's open.
That is
very far out in the open.
Very unfortunate place to be in. Not possible. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, just why not?
I mean, technically it does as much damage as the other gun. It's just a little harder to control in long distance. Now the circle has popped and the observing crew is baiting us with not wanting to tell us where it went. Aww. Southern hard shift. There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
That island is still in.
Yeah, technically, but yeah, it's probably not going to go down there, unfortunately. But the thought, the hope was there. Maybe we got 3 more games to go of EMEA PUBG.
And Flowey and Larone, they're not going to get punished that much for going out there. They'll actually get rewarded, and they make their way back onto the island nice and easy. They get themselves level 3 gear and a crate weapon as well. I feel like that's just a meme face now.
That's a PUBG ice cream.
It's the meme face of...
It's like you get a cookie.
Yeah.
That's what they got. They made it all the way back. They got an ice cream. That's how it is. Battle Strong goes down. Reich's found him, and he's going to get the flush in too. Unfortunately, his teammate wasn't there to help. And now Jogger. They had a bit of a, I think it was a miscommunication situation last game where one went down and the other one didn't really know where to look. But seems like the other one's waiting this time around towards Hamslam.
Yeah, Ali and Hamslam just playing the game of Ridges. Slow walking around the corner. Oh, Ali don't want to look away at the wrong time as Ali comes over. Ali has a headshot and he gets Hamslam.
Oh, it's actually very, very, very well, like impressively coordinated on his part. Now the circle goes north, and this circle is interesting. You got a city on the southern side. That's, I mean, that's kind of your. If everything else fails, at least we can go to Impala. But then again, getting to Impala isn't that easy because on the western side is a big field you have to traverse through. On the eastern side, well, either it's water, or it's a steep mountain. So yes, the city will allow you to stay safe for a while, should it be in for the next couple of circles. But how the hell do you get there?
Yeah, is the steep mountain as well one of those where you can't actually climb up if you're in the water?
Yeah, exactly. The eastern
side, you don't want to drop in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't really get all the way around there. You can't get up to the mountain side either, without most likely at least having to fight for it. We can see Narik and Spike, they're down in that area right now, trying to get that high ground vision. Mithrain shooting Fawn Prachi to trying to maintain his position in the compound.
Just got Mage Bane and New Wing driving past, holding him off. He's a solo player, so I don't think his teammates are actually available this week. But you did pretty well. You did pretty well as a solo player then.
Or could just have disconnected. That's the new UI or new overlay in observing is that if he leaves the game after having been killed, then it just removes him.
Oh, okay.
Instead of having that disconnection logo.
It won't be blacked out.
Yeah.
Grayed out.
That's a flush.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Meisters was the one who got it.
Oh, you don't want to be getting out there. His teammate. Oh no, it's not going to matter because Meisters actually gets knocked onto. I don't know. Meisters gets his and she created Clubber Deluxe.
Yeah.
Just 3-way fight going on.
we talked about these high ground positions and how great they were as far as information gathering, but also how exposed you leave yourself. And that's the case. They were standing up there as silhouettes on the top of a hill, shooting towards a vehicle moving, but they weren't the only ones doing that. And honestly, that's the easiest point you can get. You talk about easy points in terms of shooting a vehicle because they can't shoot back. These guys, they're standing completely still shooting at someone else that is perfect for you.
Yeah. It's an easy headshot. I mean, easy 2 headshots. And a lot of damage goes in. You see TMH, he actually got a knock and a kill out of that engagement. And he's just going to run off as he's being chased by Morrow and his teammate, Meisters.
Well, he blew up the buggy. Kudos. You lost your vehicle.
You get those damage points. That's all right. Rip Buggy. So. Speaking of Rip, he knocked and finished. Got owned.
Yeah, racking up some points there. Now the circle goes south, and once again Impala still in play. Next one is going to exclude some water, so I would assume that it just goes anywhere on the map because there's not really a lot of it. But a lot of people are going to be coming in from the north. We can see already. Up by Junkyard on the eastern side, so kind of along the ridge, like the edge line of the next circle, there's a lot of people sitting on it. And they can't really claim that much in the middle.
Zoldado and Kenshin need to be careful. They've got 2 players coming up right behind them. And yep, there we go. Zoldado goes down. Kenshin turns around straight away. He's now 1 versus 2. 34 HP. He's out for the count for the moment.
Vector 2x. What can you do up close, Kenshin? That nade is going to be right on you. Oh, just on the wrong side of the hill.
Gets the prone position. Oh, he's got a decked out Vector. Look at this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the suppressor too, so he's super invisible or something like that.
So he's being shot.
Oh, Gargi is coming again. Gargi is the man who diverts attention
all
for
the
teams.
attention.
He's the attention diverter. But they're like, no.
He's driving down a very dangerous road. He's going to drive straight towards Sparking and a lot of other players. Going to get tagged up a tiny bit, but he manages to get out of there.
Somehow he drifts his way around the corner and is actually still driving. That's
okay, straight to existence.
Rather impressive.
Kenshin's starting to fight, gets shot from behind. His foot must have been sticking out just by a tiny bit.
The third-party angles. That's actually from, oh my lord, that's from VIII on the far southern side. VIII and Ticket Beast down there were the ones to get him. So damn many angles, and you can only stay hidden from so many of them.
I mean, looking at that, look at all the different fights going on. Gargi, the vehicle's still rolling. You didn't put the handbrake on. Horseman gets knocked and finished out of the way, out of the game. Bankai knocks Default, who knocked his teammate, and finishes him off. And now there's 1v1 left in that fight. Let's see if they can make their way into the circle. And who comes out on top there? Mithrain and his teammate. They've got themselves the highest of grounds as well.
Oh, that's a good headshot. Mage Main right on the point, right on the money. That's going to be the first point racked up for the Rewap guys, at least for this game. Of course, they are still kind of not chasing the circle, but making their way in and hoping for a potential northern shift for the next one.
A lot of duos playing edge here. And that's where all the chaos is deriving from, and it doesn't look like Bankai is going to be making
I mean, look at the center. Jinjae and Caracas and Mithrain and 10,000 Days, they have all the room in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, it shifts west. And now this is fun because the center mountain we see right on the eastern side of Smash, you cannot get on the top of. You cannot get on the top of it. And everything else other than, I mean, you can get on the top on the eastern side, but not on the southern. And there's not really any cover anywhere.
Oh, there we go. Rip gets the wheel of the buggy. It spins out on Clubber Deluxe. He's now a shooting duck.
Yeah, it's not an easy position to be in. Bankai goes down. They did manage to rack up some kill points, though, despite going down outside of placements. So their team is going to go out. Beamy finds him. That's still him and Moleman. Weren't really able to get off that island last game. This time around, fortunately, they don't have to go on one.
That's unfortunate for Rip. He did all the hard work. He got someone to be a sitting duck there, and it just gets stolen. That's what happens when you're very, very slow. But Meisters and Morrow doing a lot of damage and getting a lot of knocks and a lot of kills from the position they're in.
Topaz sitting above them there, and all kinds of solitude down here, getting healed on up. And in the meantime, you have a sneaky snake just above, trying to make his way forward and potentially rack up some kill points, because obviously he hurt them shooting.
That's one. Meisters goes down. Now Mara's going to run straight up. That's a flush as well. And Topaz needs to be very careful. Gets spotted out. Goes behind the hut. Inside, maybe. Mara has no idea which angle he's going to be coming from. He's got the hard cover to play against. And now just a bit of peeking angle. The headshot lands. Oh, it's going to be Mara. He's going to be spraying around the corner. And he finds Topaz and avenges his teammate.
I like the fact that he kept shooting too. Just because you can shoot and then stop and shoot once you start, like once you see him again. But that might give him that first couple of bullets. But here, he kept the fire, held it down, and then actually it was kind of on Topaz to peek into the spray that got him killed. Stills and Sparking, they get the flushes on towards Freezy and Siggy Beast. That's going to give them that northern compound. Not sure if it's going to provide them with cover for long. Expecting the next circle to go away from there, but of course we'll have to wait and see. You can see this mountain we were talking about just before. There's really not a lot you can do from there.
Yeah, the factory area is still available. You've got Tondo, but then Mithrain and 10,000 Days are holding the top end of that mountain, but they can't really go around it. They're going to have to jump down into the circle, into the factory area, and take on the fight with Tondo as they go in. Can see Existence coming in, trying to get in on the southeastern side of the circle. The Meet Your Makers boys. They're currently in Impala. Nail up, finding people lurking a bit too far away. Holy moly! Okay. He knows exactly where both of them were. One shot each, and they're dead.
Nail up has woken up.
Who needs a teammate?
He is now ready to to hopefully find some more, because as we can see as well, they are on the edge of the circle too, and will most likely have to make their way forward with the circles to come.
How are there 3 vehicles there?
Something tells me they drove somewhere where there was already a guy, and thus his buggy blew up.
Yeah, okay. There you go. There's a dead body.
Also got to give praise to Moleman in his lion suit. Oh, Stills spots Rikes. These guys on the edge of the circle, that's Rikes and Cesarius, the guys that racked up a lot of placement points on Sanok, but not a lot of kill points. Now, well, on the edge again, having to hold off under 18.
It's a lot of smoke, and the smoke's going to work in their favor. You can see them too. They're actually pushing in. They're going to close the gap on the under 18. And as Cesarius and Rikes made their way into the compound, they've got the hard cover. Silla's going to lie down next to a tree, and Sparking is going to also get into the compound and see what information he can get.
It's not going to be easy for, well, honestly, any of them, because the more time they spend stalling right now, the harder it's going to be for both of them. Just kind of rip that band-aid off and get going. You don't want to sit out here because it hurts both of you.
That's a good molly. It's going to spread a tiny bit. It actually lands on Cesarius. He's going to be forced out of the... Oh, he's forced out of the cover, and Silas actually gets him. Insane teamwork and insane plays by the under-18 guys.
Why do you have 5 Molotovs, Silas? And why are you using all of them to flush a player?
Mage Rain trying to get involved. Ah, that is teammate. That is what Wingman's about, right there. And now Rikes, he comes down the corner, gives away his position, but Sparking, he's vaulted up. He does see them. Caught with not the guns out. Oh my god, the nade, it does do a lot of damage. That's a shrapnel going in Sparking's face. But Rikes, you've got the blue against you.
I see Mage Bane and Ewan just on the corner of your minimap too, trying to get into a position inside the circle and then potentially hold these guys off. They want to get in there before taking in an unnecessary fight inside the blue. Rikes shooting forward. He's behind that tractor. They know exactly where he is, and he needs to do a lot of damage should he want to stay alive here. Sparking down to low HP, but does find the kill.
Might just be able to make it just ahead of the circle and put a heal off. Ewing, you can see, he wants a bit of the action there. He's going to close the gap. His teammate's already in the circle.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be like a sideways stab coming in, and he's not giving up at the moment.
Look at how many people are down in the southeast, all trying to make their way out of the factory side of Impala. We got 5 teams clawing their way through the same building right now.
Ooh. Flowey wasn't expecting the repeak, but now they're both low. The circle's coming in, and they've got teams all over them. Flowey's going to heal up first and then get his teammate up, hopefully. But Silas actually finds Yuang and gets rid of him too.
Yep, Silas found him, but went down himself as well. So under 18 are going to be eliminated. Oh! Prone's down, but 10,000 Danes wouldn't have any of it. Mithrain is down and he's knocked, but seems like the revive is just exactly going to be there.
There's another revive going off as well, Chinjay, and 10,000 Days of Mithrain is going to be rezzing. Chinjay's going to get pressed as well by Mr. Crocker. So all these knocks doesn't matter, because everyone around this area has just got revived.
You get a rest, you get a rest. But unfortunately for Meet Your Makers, it seems like Laren wasn't able to get picked up.
Just on the edge of the circle there. Now everyone's going to start making their way in. Flowey. In fact, he's got a really good position, but he's being forced really fast to come out of the corner there. That's a good nade. It's actually a flashbang. Mithrain and 10,000 Days. They just need to hold off all these 3 players coming around the corner. Whoa! Holding bathrooms. They're going to be holding the corner, but the nade's out. Oh my god! Flowey, he runs in, gets 1. But 10,000 Days gets Flowery when he comes back out. He could have got the second one. Look at how low Chin-Jae is.
I don't think Flowery understood that there were two teams right on the corner, but he heard one having those nades, and that nade should be inside, shouldn't it? Nope, it's a smoke. Debated. That's why we need to see the colors of the utility rather than the colors of the team throwing them. So we
I
know
thought
what's
smokes were
happening.
always white.
That's what I'm saying. You can change when you're in the observer mode whether you want to have the it's green trajectories because it's the green team throwing
But
them.
that's a nade.
Nope, this is smoke.
That's a smoke, okay.
Or it's the color of the utility being used.
Should be the color of the utility being
That's
used.
what I think is more. It's more that I think it's a universal PUBG decision that it's the other way around, unfortunately.
Look at all these smokes. It actually allows them to get outside around the truck as well. Mithrain hears them, and he's going to be holding the other side of the truck, waiting for them to come in. But I think he's been heard as well. What insane gameplay is coming out for these two teams. They do have Existence. Trucky coming up behind. He comes out the smoke, just a bit too late. Chin-Jae gets 10,000 Days. Mithrain gets Mr. Crockass, and now it's a 1 versus 1.
1 for 1 trade. The smokes are still there, and on the backside we have Trucky waiting. Mithrain will win the initial fight. There's of course still a lot of them to go, but only 8 players left alive, and Mithrain might just be driving straight into Trucky here.
Might have just seen Trucky, yep, and Trucky's going to go for the spray. Actually hits him quite a bit.
Triple tag, that's dangerous because he's driving into a duo, and that should be him down.
The delay for getting out the vehicle there really bit him hard.
And it wasn't inside the circle on that Jag anyway, so probably wouldn't have granted him a whole lot. Trucky, despite being all by himself, is trying to get some damage in. Hasn't seen Magebane on the top, and as you can see, Magebane isn't really in position to shoot just yet either. Headshot connected. Nope, make that a body shot. Looked like the head was twisted off to the side for a second, but no connections.
Magebane has to be careful. He does have an M4 on a 4X, but Trucky's got an M24. And Magebane is going to be peeking with just his head at the moment. So even though it's a small target to hit, it is a target nonetheless. And the most valuable target, 250% damage extra without any sort of armor debuff. And I think, if I'm right, he's got a level 2 helmet. So that's 50... No, that's not 55. It's 45% damage reduction. So it still will knock Magebane out of this game.
For sure.
The M24.
For sure.
I think you need a level 3 helmet to actually
Oh
tank
yeah,
any
there's
sort of
any bolt action will require level 3 to prevent. Unless if it's an AWM, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
It just wrecks everything. Or crossbow.
Too right. Yeah, crossbow definitely. That makes complete sense.
It is true. It's the only weapon other than AWM that can one-shot level 3 helmet, yeah.
That armor,
That was the
piercing
headshot he was looking for before. Magebane does get him down, and look at the amount of space that actually gives him, knowing that Trucky is dead on that side. Now he's over, and this is the issue when you're a solo player. Don't get too greedy, because a couple of shots connected on you, there's going to be no friend resting you. You're down and out.
But look at how open Mobsy and Naylap are in this area. They only have this rock.
They know for a fact that they're going to have people coming in on the northwestern side, and I think Magebane right now should stop focusing on what's happening on the south and just make sure that nobody's lurking in to this mountain path the same way that he got here. So he should just hold his north right now.
Well, Naylap and Mobsy, they should just keep an eye out, just scouting, getting the information rather than taking on the fights, in all honesty, at the moment. Wait for the other teams to come
They should.
out
I mean,
into the open.
if they can contain their opponents on the northwestern side, make sure they stay at least inside the circle, then on the edge. Then, for example, Terry here, Magebane needs to make sure, and I think that's why I see him turn around all the time. Needs to make sure that nobody's coming this way, because once then this circle is closed in, there's no way a player could even make it up here, and he will know for a fact. All I need to do is look forward, because nobody will be able to make this run in the blue.
Unfortunately for Blaze, 2 crates right next to them, but it's in the blue.
Yeah, just on the edge.
Just on the edge.
Unfortunate.
We're in phase 7, so that is going to tick quite hard. So you're going to be looking at just not getting them at all.
Also got to give kudos to Smash and Rip. I mean, they won the last game with 8 kills, and now they're finding themselves in the top 4 situation again with kills too. So good game for them in the first time, or the first match, and once again finding themselves in the late game mirror too. I mean, M-Force, their team, they racked up a lot of points last week, and now they're back at it again.
Just seeing Blaze, they're going to hold the high ground that they have, and the only place that looks like there's enough cover, to be honest, with a bunch of trees and a lot of rocks. But they have to just be careful of Tari.
Yeah.
Who has the compound. And Naylap and Mobsy, they do. So this is the thing. Naylap and Mobsy do have an angle on them, but every time I think that angle exposes them to Magebane, who is doing work at the moment, tagging both of them up and keeping them at bay.
MageBane tagged both of them enough that he can now push further forward. I think that's exactly what he wanted to have happen. And also, it allowed for Blaze to make their way in towards him. These nades are flying forward, but unfortunately, just not far enough.
Oh, that might be far enough.
That one should be on the money. Oh, no! He crawled back just a bit, and that keeps him alive.
I don't know if they'll be expecting NailUp to actually be lying down that close, but Blaze going to lead. It's going to be Rip. Oh, they're just going to back off. They're going to hold.
Yeah, I think everybody knows kind of where everyone is at this point.
Oh,
that one is... Wait.
There's another one coming. Can the heal go off fast? Yeah, it will just about. Oh, it's out of range. Just about out of range.
I've stopped trying to understand when nades do damage and when they don't, because I fool myself all the time.
I think NailUp hit the deck there thinking that that was a nade coming in, but it was a smoke. And
that's still running out. There we go. Headshots mirror from a distance. MageBane is putting in a lot of work with the 4x on that M4. You can see he's still trying to look around from behind, making sure no one is claiming his little castle up on the hilltop.
King of the castle. Yeah, definitely king of the ADR probably right now. 4 kills with about 1,500 ADR at the moment. Gets tagged up in the head by Tari, and that is what Tari needs to kind of close this gap right now. He does have the smoke. He's got Mobsy shooting at him, but Mobsy needs to deal with Blaze coming in on the left side.
Let's see MageBane. I think MageBane knows, since he knows that he has this side of the circle free, like, just, you know what, I don't need to go to you. You can run into all the other guys fighting, and that's at least going to guarantee me placement points, despite me not maybe getting the kill on you. But Tari is actually engaging the other direction.
He's in the circle, so Tari can just wait. He's in cover now.
This is going to be a stalemate for a little, and then it's going to be a cluster in the end, because all these people are so close to each other, but all of them positions where they don't really have to move right now. But now in 10 seconds, this last circle will start closing towards Mobsy, and I think that's why you see him go so aggressive on this rock. They want that center spot. They want to make sure that the blue won't push them anywhere.
You can see the smoke's already coming out by Blaze as well, making the way towards the center. And the circle's already pushing everyone in. It will close completely in 2 minutes and 33. But now it's all about the positioning that you have and who's fast on the trigger at the moment. NailUp, he's going to be coming up behind Blaze.
Tari is crouch walking or prone, like snaking his way forward up on the northern side. MageBane is down already, and now Tari is down on his feet.
Tari actually spots one player, but he gets taken down by Smash.
Impressive third. Like 3x spray from a distance. MageBane goes down too. It's now just 2v2.
There we go. NailUp just being a sneaky snake on the other side of the smoke there. Gets one, gets tagged up from behind. Smash comes in, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Mobsy versus Smash. The 3x comes out. And it's just how do you play around this smoke, but Mobsy's holding him off.
Yeah, these smokes are going to go off eventually, and you can see Mobsy has the rock. He knows he's on the dot. He's just got to wait for this last player to push on forward. Smash connects a headshot. Mobsy down to low HP. 6 first states. You only need 1, and it's going to go off in time for you to take this fight.
Gonna spray out. Both the players just dancing around this rock right now. Smash is gonna hold the angle. Mobsy's gonna try and sneak around to the other side, try and play the mind games at the moment. But I think Smash might have just read it perfectly. Spots him out, peeks, knows where he is now. And now it's just a battle of... Oh, the 4P comes in and Mobsy wins it with a slither of health.
Brow, and what a lovely faces there. The 8 kills for the gang, and they were playing it smart on that southern side of the circle. They had the dot. They never over-aggressed. They get themselves 4 kills apiece, so that's a really good game for them. Of course, 18 points racked up in this one. But just overall, I mean, the way that despite them being somewhat out in the open... They never went, oh no, we don't have cover, we need to play it super aggressive or something like that. They really, really kept calm. You talked about being calm in situations where a lot of teams would stress. They were really smart about how they played it.
So is that the second time they're in... Who won the first game?
No, that was Smash and Blaze. Blaze won the first and got second place in this game.
They got second place in that game.
Yeah. Pretty damn decent.
I mean, what a team to actually lose first place to, especially with that last final fight. You know, it's all down to the skill and how you play. Peeking out from that rock, baiting the first bit of fire, and then peeking out straight away when you have that bit of delay left over, makes you come out on top there. And just interesting. What a great fun 2 games you've had on Miramar straight away. I'm not a fan, to be honest, of the map, especially in squad play, because it's very slow.
I think Miramar is arguably, if not the best, then one of the 2 best maps for duos.
Yeah. I think it's just because there's just more teams, more chaos, more action.
One thing that I think is an issue, and I think that's that. I don't want to call it a bias, but I think a lot of people are kind of colored by it, is the fact that I think most of the people that we see play here are used to playing in squad situations, so they try to play Miramar in duos like they would in squads, and that's where a ton of teams get punished.
It's a completely different play style.
It is, exactly.
And it should be treated like such. Already just by spectating it and commentating over, duos and versus squads, it is drastically so much different.
For sure.
And I mean, duos and Miramar are so much better to just watch and engage in.
It is fun. I mean,
feel.
when we have all these small dips and divots out in the open, there are just so many plays you can make. You can see just one little roll there. These guys could hide on each their side. Who peeks where? Who goes over? Who goes around? I mean, there's so many plays when when you're 4 against 4, it can become a little tricky. Where here, just 2 guys on each side, there's so many plays you can make.
It's just. I have nothing.
It's great, and we get to go through 3 more Miramar games on the EMEA side of things today before jumping over to the last time. Guys, we're going to take a short break. Stick around. Talha and I will be right back. Two times woulda, coulda, shoulda been island endings. We got baited, we never got them, and who knows, third time could be the charm.
Yeah, straight away, some crazy circles in Miramar. You wouldn't really expect the first 2 games to be so far skewed towards the edges of the map.
Yeah.
Miramar, we usually see very far left or middle.
Maybe we get the Trump game now. Can we call it that?
The Trump game.
Like the wall on the northern side?
Yeah, let's go.
The Trump
I actually want to see that. I want to see that.
What's the furthest, casting or playing, you've ever been to that wall?
I've never been to that wall, but I have been furthest. Actually, have I? Yeah, I think I have, and it was like a fun kind of Reddit game where everyone had to be in vehicles only.
Oh, that's funny. I had a public game once, and on the northern side of Campo Militar.
Oh wow. That's the thing.
And it just kept going there. I was like, how is this even possible?
I really want to, I want that because Campo Militar, I think, is a very fun place to fight in.
It is surprisingly open. Like, you're very far out in the open for the most part.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of map design in a way. So
it's very unique, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you have all the undulating terrain, you've got the cities and stuff, and you've got the farms and whatnot. But Campo Militar, I want to see what kind of playstyles are there because there's a lot of sneaking behind walls and stuff that can happen.
Yeah, now let's see. Despite 2 islands and should-have-beens, these are the scores from the last game. Brow, of course, winning that. It's the same exact amount of points as the previous winners, and the previous winners sitting in 2nd place this game, so they have gotten themselves nothing short of 29 points over just 2 games.
Yeah, so Blaze Esports definitely. Probably taking the first place spot right now in the overall standings.
Oh yeah,
right now.
At least for this week.
At least for this week. I'm not too sure. Are we going to see an overall standings at the moment, or maybe after this one? Maybe at the end of the day? We don't know. But
we will have to see.
We'll have to see.
Sometimes we get positively surprised by what amazing things the production can throw up for us.
And it's coming up. Thank you very much.
The overall leaderboards of the day, as we said, 29 points and 13 kills for Blaze Esports. Brow, of course, just 2 wins. I mean, the 2 winners so far sitting in 1st and 2nd place makes sense, but they're right behind them.
A lot of teams still without any points. Not a single kill either. Team 27, not going to say that name. 0 points. Back to Lucio. 0 points and everyone below them. You guys come up with the best of names.
Because we haven't had that island ending yet. That's where they really start racking up points, I mean, for Media Makers, that's twice they've committed to the islands.
Yeah.
Neither time they got to stick around. Now, of course, with the war music going on in the background, we'll see everyone jumping out of the plane. And at least this time around, the plane is a little more fair. This time, you'd argue the teams can pretty much go where they want, unless, as we said, you're hard committed.
Yeah, within absolute reason. I mean, this is a good plane because even though it might be furthest away from your loot place like Torre Armada or the lovely lake at the top or La Cordillera, you can still land, get a vehicle, and get there with enough time to loot up and then make your way into the circle. But as we keep saying, because there are a lot more teams, a lot more enemies on the map, we still have 62 players. There's more teams that are against each other. There's a lot more fights for these places, as we can see. Rask gets TMH, and this was a team that didn't actually have a point, and now they do. Well, welcome to the leaderboard.
Welcome to the
guys.
point side of things. Seems like now he got himself one on towards Flowey too, and then flushing with the punch. Don't want to go wasting bullets in this circle. That seems more like a regular Miramar type circle than the ones we've seen previously today.
Yeah, nothing special about this one.
Boring.
How dare you?
How dare you be normal? Circle send us up over towards the Stellar guys, though. Beamy and more men are there. Locarux goes down 2, and that's back to Lucid. Wiped off the table, and actually kind of surprising. The last 2 games we were pretty good at, our players were pretty good at not landing on top of each other. And then now we can get a plane where arguably you can go to more places.
Go wherever you want, yeah.
That's when everyone starts jumping in each other's faces.
Yeah, and it looks like was that the Istanbul?
Istanbul Wildcats, yeah, exactly. They went up to go
make sure I get
show
the
some
right.
presence, and then they were like, you know what, we also kind of died early the last 2 games, so maybe if we don't do that, and then they went back down.
Let's go.
But I don't think back to Lucid actually was eliminated, because Locarux plays with Ivers, and Ivers is still alive in Team 3, just on the northwestern side of Honor. That's why I got be confused, because first he was knocked, and then when he was flushed, it was them eliminated, and also we haven't lost the team yet, so... PUBG not only baits us with the circles, they also try to tell us teams are eliminated when they aren't. They're really keeping us on our tippy toes here.
Yeah, I was going to say, the northern part of this circle is very open, very empty.
Sure.
Water treatment, a go-to place for a lot of teams, especially the compounds just south of it. Very good to loot up if you go to all those different compounds. You can get very well looted, especially between a duo.
Yeah.
Is a place that a lot of teams go to as a squad as well, but not much happening there.
I don't know if this is a bug, but Sinsen doesn't seem to have any meds or utility, and he has 50 ammo in total running into a fight, but maybe he doesn't really want to take that fight. I think he might just be hoping to hear 2 vehicles disengage, and then maybe take some shots at the second car coming out. Seems like he's lining them up. He's a good shot, only has 4 more bullets before you eventually reload. That's the clickety-click, no kills coming in from him, and you might just want to go back and start looting.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the entire city. What's going on? Why do you not have any meds?
Because there were kills to be found.
There are kills. Agreed. But I mean, they do have San Martin, and it is in the circle, so they're not rushing for anything. And Zeron and Kahneman actually just go straight into the existence guys, and Dre gets taken out, and it's going to be a easy flush.
So they get shot at, and they stop, and they see another team also rotating, and they kill them. That's, I guess, a good trade-off.
Yep. They get out of there alive, and they walk away with 1 point.
And they get points, yeah, exactly.
And Kahneman might actually catch Horseman.
I was just gonna say, Dre has died early a lot today. I mean, I feel kind of bad for him.
Just not your week, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can have
I think he has
week.
less time alive in total over 3 games than some of the teams haven't won. That's kind of sad. No BM intended. It's just kind of unfortunate playtime-wise. That yeah,
it's
exactly.
a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
What is this, Mr. Caracas? Shooting at Soldado and... was he? Or was it the Who guys?
Yeah, him and Chinji. Chinji, by the way, lovely guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him when we were doing the Nations Cup up here when he was representing Greece. Very fun and great guy to talk to. And just the way that he kind of, I don't know, you can just kind of tell sometimes by the way people are moving around, the strategies they put emphasis on. They're having fun while playing this too. It's not. I mean, of course you're serious, you want to win and all this. It's just. They seem to be having a lot of fun with what they do, and I love it.
I think that's the best way to, stay competitive in a game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you the second you stop having fun in it, then why keep playing at a competitive high level?
I agree.
You don't want to be constantly just kind of killing yourself over doing something fun. I mean, you play a video game for a living at the end of the day. What's more fun than that? Come on.
Petting dogs for a living.
Okay, right. Yeah.
I think that ice cream emote agrees with me.
This is what I love about the observers. You obviously have one person working very, very hard and trying to find the action.
And then you have the other guy
flying around trying to find the funniest stuff on the map.
Yeah, that's you gotta have your dedicated observer team, right? One is just the emote finder guy.
The emote finder. Yeah. Well, there you go. Talking about having fun, you gotta have fun as an observer as well. Otherwise,
that is true. That is true. That is true. But nonetheless, Circle is slowly and steadily making its way on, and it's kind of funny how you just drew it up on the map too. we kind of have a little slanted smiley face going on the southern side. It's like all these teams are going Labendita down towards Picado, and it just seems like they're kind of on a trail following each other into the circle.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's like a big migration to the east.
Okay, that is kind of center of the circle, but Labendita and Minas Gerais, like, do you really want to go there?
I mean, Minas you can play, given that there's so many compounds. Labendita you can play, given there's so many compounds. It's just both those areas are ones you have to leave. I mean, Minas is literally running up a hill.
Yeah.
Or down a hill, for that sake. And Labendita is just one big crater. And believe me, if you're trying to leave that area in Circle 3, Circle 4, maybe even before that, there's going to be people sitting on the ridge line looking for potentials that will come out of there.
Yeah, surprise of a couple of shots. There we go. Yeah, Ali finally shooting at Chinjay and Mr. Crocus and his team. You've got Spike and Nawik coming in from there. Now, not only that is where the teams are conglomerating, you've also got teams conglomerating on the cliff side on the west there. You can see Lazar and Apocalypse. Oh, there we go. Freezy lands a big headshot, 50 health on Rask. But Mixer's not that far off. He's actually pushing up very close with his grenade, cooking it quite a bit. That's overshot, my dude. It hasn't overshot. He's timed it perfectly, but it doesn't do enough damage. The second one, that does overshoot.
Too far, unfortunately. Rask does manage to get the first hit off, stays alive. Now gets shots fired down towards Freezy too, but he is going to get the knock. Freezy low HP now, the Mixin with the Car 98 in hand, had one bullet to fire, and that one bullet was all he needed.
Yeah, Freezy's teammates actually left, and he left quite early in that engagement, and I was surprised that Mixin didn't come and push up a lot sooner than that, but this might be difficult to get Rask up. The smokes are running out, and you can see Beast, he's got vision of them.
I mean, at least from Beast, he should be able to... I mean, if he does get down there, that's the thing. If he does get down there, he should be able to get the rest up. But as you can see, more teams are shooting towards Mixin right now than just this one player. And, well, we'll have to see if he'll be able to get the rest on him.
It looks like he has made his way to the rock, and it's just about got the cover. Someone else is shooting a Beast.
Ooh, where's that spot where he can sit still? Seems like that might be right there. Now, is Beast going to engage on it, or is he going to let them get the rest and then use that time to drive away? That's what I'm curious to see. And seems like he is indeed going towards the fire.
Oh, what are you mixing? Hello? What? He actually tags up Beast as he's moving across with the Car 98. 50 health coming out of there. And now Beast has to heal up.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they go full-on aggressive and push Beast out of that compound.
Yeah. You say that, but they're also practically in the dot themselves, and it's still 1v2. We've seen it so many times. Despite you saying, oh, we haven't lost a single guy, he lost one. Every single 1v2 can be won, and every single 2v1 can indeed be lost as well.
If it can happen, it can happen.
Honestly, if it can happen, it happens. I mean, that's the outline of it.
Yeah, nothing is impossible, just very probable.
I'll just agree with everything you say.
Larone finds Ivason, so that is back to Lucid.
Yeah.
Eliminated
for
eventually.
The second time
for the second time in 31st place, so it doesn't really make a difference when they did.
0.
But there we go. Godhand actually find no one, so that's Mara getting a knock into Trucky there at the same time.
Yeah,
but Godhand is... Wait. Oh, I thought that went through the window. Okay, Slapper Gaming actually.
Jackravat and his teammate had a good week on Sanok last week, and now, well, they're up for a tough task here because they're going up against the current second place on the day in Bankai and Horseman, and they seem to not have seen him. I was just going to say they seem to have seen him, but Horseman completely caught off guard by Jackravat on the rock.
That's followed by a nade, and a very good nade it is. It might just pick up Bankai. No, Bankai just holds off a tiny bit now. It's 1 versus 2. As Bankai's getting flanked, he's going to hold as much as he can, see what he can make out of this dire, dire situation he's been put into.
He's going to play it slow, no reason to over-aggress. Laren is actually pushing him from the south, or from the northern side too, so that could potentially be him third-partying and helping out Bankai a little bit. We'll see how he decides to play it. I think he's a solo, because Flower went down earlier, so as a solo player, they want to engage these, despite them not having seen you yet. They would rather try and crawl your way further forward for the placement. I'll probably engage. If I get a good shot lined up and I'm Laren now, I'll probably try and take some shots over towards Jackravat's team. Absolutely. He does see them, I would assume, with him playing like this. No, maybe he doesn't.
No,
not yet, not
just
yet. But he can hear the shots, though. He hears all the shots. Yeah.
Okay, I think some shots have been exchanged, but now they're
Oh,
just
they're
pushing
pushing. They're pushing
completely
in.
in. Oh, no, Bankai. He gets tagged up a tiny bit right now, but they're both pushing the same angle. He just needs to hold it as well. Nades, utility. No, Jackravot was thinking about it, but they're going to split up, go 2 different angles.
This is where you have to play it together. Keep your composition. Keep on
And he's
playing
got him.
smart. Do not lose a player on this. Bankai forced to push forward, and great team effort taking down Bankai. We see so many times where it's not an easy kill, obviously, but you can line it up, but they lose players. Here, it didn't happen. Laron, well, you have a chance to engage, but you also have the opportunity to just run around and act like nothing happened.
He's trying to hunt. He's trying to figure out exactly where they are.
Yeah.
Does hear the movement. He's in range for the footsteps.
Oh, they heard something
Yeah,
too. You can see him groaning. He's like, guys, I've heard something. I think that Nate should also tell Laron that they have some sort of an idea that there indeed is an opponent around here.
Wow, God hand.
Oh, Jackravot. I like the off-angle play from him, but
Ears of a dog.
this is going to work out perfectly. Double peek it over, spots out God hand, has to run around the side now, though Laron's still alive.
Holding off a different angle. Knows exactly where the other one is. All the grenades are coming in.
Boom. He runs to the nade, Laron. Giving it all, giving his best, but in the end goes down. That's going to be Meteor Maker's out once more, unfortunately. For them, Circle goes center on Siki and the ESP team once again. This time around Kleineman. Trying to stay alive on the northern side. Beamy and Maul doing the exact same thing. And under 18 are coming up in this direction too. So plenty of teams will have to traverse either through or around the side of Minas Generalis.
Yeah, I find it very fun to play around Minas Generalis. It's not the best areas to be leaving from, but it's a great area to be fighting through.
It's the same as you said about Campo Militar, right? Very unique in its layout.
You've got the different heights, but then you've got all of these buildings that you can interact with. You can climb up onto the scaffolding areas and stuff like that. It really keeps you on your toes, checking all the different angles. Right now, Beamy's trying to shoot someone inside. He does get Zeron down very low. He's going to push in. He's not going to hold off. He's going to keep the pressure on. Molman needs to peek out. Oh, he lands a headshot. It's a very hard shot to land. And now they're both going very low. And Molman, he's coming around, but he gets stopped by the Kleineman lying down. Beamy nearly stopped Molman getting fully rest there in the doorway.
I was just going to say, that is something that is a struggle for many in PUBG, that either people are too fat or doorways in general are way too thin. Because, oh my lord, that money doesn't go all the way through, though, unfortunately for them. But the Silas, I think this is a two-way thing. A, they want to get the points. B, they know these guys personal, so they want to go in and kill them just for the sake of being ha-ha after the game is over.
Oh, this is good. So Molman's holding the angle, the same angle that he got knocked from. Sparking's going to come up from the top, but Beamy's already made his way outside, so he can hold off another angle. Another nade's going to come through, followed by Molly. The nade clears the corner, and then the Molly on top of Baldman. They knew, they read it perfectly, and they've stopped Beamy from coming in from the doorway.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very good engaged play by them, and Molman gets completely torn to pieces. Now Tondo, 50 Cent, and Mises and Maru are all making the run in this direction. It's as if this whole Minas area has become kind of a choke point for teams in the northern side.
Just this one building, though. Sillers and Sparking, they own it. They might have heard Tondo.
I mean, Tondo must have heard the shots, but yeah, you can see him sneakily, peekily making his way up towards the building.
The thing I like is that the buildings actually have these fences around, so you can close the gap easily rather than being shot at in the open.
4 teams within 200 meters.
So
and we're in circle 3.
Beamy, not the best of position right now. Have to be careful. What can he do? Sillers gets taken down by Saint as he comes in, and so does Tondu around the side. Great. And there is Sparking and Sillers out for the count.
Great side play. And this could actually be interesting because Beamy, he's hurt these guys, but they think, oh, we have a third-party opportunity, and the guys on the other side, Beamy, he hears these steps, but he doesn't want to do anything.
He's not in the circle yet.
Yeah.
Just on the edge.
Has to move forward in a second and look at the shots fired from below. Now this is what we were just talking about, how this area, as great as cover it is to be in here, having to leave is very difficult. Meisters finds Saints, and all of a sudden Tondo losing his teammate as he was running off.
Jackravat elsewhere on the map gets down Tari. I want to see how this is going to play out. 50 Saint actually dies to the blue, not picked up fully. Beamy should be running. He should be actually slow walking.
Yeah, he's going behind them.
And they haven't heard him.
No, I mean, he knows for a fact he has 2 opponents right in front of him, and he has to just play this one oh so carefully.
Yeah, is that as carefully you want to play? No.
That is very, very, very carefully. That's a little sadistic, you know. I don't want to get killed, but I also kind of like the damage. So I'll just sit right here with my back in the blue and my head on the other side. That's scary. That's scary.
The next challenge of leaving Minas General is getting across this open road.
It's a lot of
You thought it was finished after you got out of there, but no.
That was only level 1. 10 more levels to go. Spike does go down. He was caught in the open hillside. Now, Default runs up here, and he has an opponent up the hill in 10,000 days, and that should not...
Ooh,
I was just going to say, shouldn't be allowed to run around this far in the open.
Yeah, Topaz gets knocked down to 5 HP. Now, that nade!
Yep.
Oh, Nowik threw the nade through the window. And he takes down Mithrain afterwards. But it's going to be Taunted that takes down Topaz.
Despite losing a teammate, Nowik sure as hell does manage to deal a lot of damage on his own. Default down to 40. We have 10,000 days on the top, and he's going to get tagged as well. So Nowik staying alive as best as he can.
Enrage mode activated on Nowik.
Yeah, for sure.
Nailip and Mobsy, they do get taken down in 21st position. That is Brow.
Winners
out. Winners of the last game, yep.
Yeah. Not a lot more they could do there. Unfortunately, Mithrain does go down. The blue gets the better of him. And 10,000 days, well, he has to make the run forward. But he also knows that there's, at least should be, a player coming from behind. But as you can see now, Circle shifted further west. And he's now forced to make the run through La Bandita.
Yeah, I'm surprised 10,000 days didn't actually just wait and challenge Nowik and take him out a lot easily there. But someone's going to get caught with that. Pants down, running out in the open here.
Yeah.
And it might just be Nowik as he comes in very late into La Bendita.
Nate's thrown forward. Kenshin and Soldado are in the backside stables, but seems like they will go unhurt.
Role-playing as horses at the moment.
Yeah, when we have lion skins in the game now, might as well be a horse.
Might as well, there you go. Nowik, he gets caught out, making that rotation, and he gets taken well, back to the lobby screen. Beamy still going strong. Zinsan, he gets knocked and finished by him. And Blaze, winners of the first game, currently topping the leaderboards of today. They look very strong.
See, Mixon has the angle, but you probably don't want to hard peek that with M24. As good as that weapon is, you want to be able to spread a little more. Stella goes down, Beamy eliminated. That's them down once more. They had such an insane performance with 2 wins over on Sanok last week. And seems like, well, despite Circles obviously not really going in their favor, they're having a little out of a time, a little bit of a harder time on Miramar getting it working.
Down there in the south, we've got Blaze, but we also have Ewing and Magebane just creeping up on She Created. Looks like She Created is not actually in the shed, just holding out in the open. Actually, if Ewing and Magebane just spot her, could be very dangerous. But they shoot, and She Created knows exactly where they are. You can see that. Let's see if She Created can create some havoc, create some mess for these 2 players, but might not spot Magebane. No, too late. What?
Going into third person, that had me fooled for a second, but somehow still alive. Nate thrown forward. That should bounce. Nope, not gonna go far enough. That one though. Wait, what?
Huh? Ewing's probably like, no.
Like there isn't. And he has to throw it further away now. Yeah, exactly. Because that first one didn't kill him, he has to think, okay, well, somehow he must have moved out then, because that one was right on the face. Oh, that's a vision.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, if She Created managed to knock Magebane there, that'd be very, very unfortunate for him. Right, OVGR. They now do have 2 players in this game. Chinjay down there, as well, with 10,000 days just coming out of La Bendita. GG Battle Strong.
Karagas is dead though, so I mean he's gonna chill for now. But as you can see, the circle has. Well, I mean, he's gonna force him to make a move further forward. Rask and Mixon, though we talked about how coming into this game they didn't really have any points at all, and they are now at least a couple of kills in, 2 of that. Ooh, and well, they found themselves with emplacement points too.
You can see they're really struggling to make their way into the circle, but this might just help them as Mixon, he gets tagged up by Maro, but Maro is going to be the one that gets knocked down, and now these 2 players that were being horses need to leave, And they're trying to do their best to close the gap and make their way towards the circle, but they have Rask and Mixon holding them off really, really well.
The Danish standoff between Mixon and Kenshin. Let's see who can clinch the throne in that one. Soldado is there to help on the side. Seems like they just want to flank her out. They only want to get part in this fight. Jinjae just find 10,000 days. So that's going to be him and Mithrane's team out of the equation. Back they will come for the next game.
Soldado tags up Mixon. Kenshin's very low, but he needs to make his way into the circle.
Damage to the blue.
Yeah, needs to make his way into the circle just to be able to get the heal
Mixon
off.
was found by Jinjae.
Oh dear. And look what Jinjae is. He's not fully in the circle. He's actually going to take blue damage for that. And he goes for a flush too.
Might as well get those points. Because not only you get points for the kills, but you also get placement points, right? So that is a pretty nifty situation, I'd say.
I think being naded by Battlestrong as well.
Those bullets are flying right over his face.
He's got himself a little trench.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have anywhere to go after that either. The thing is, of course, Battlestrong has to move too, but let's see now. Rask lost his teammate just before, and Soldado on the backside must have seen him on the edge of that smoke. Yep, there he goes. Spots him through, but can't find the connection, and Kenshin takes him down. Rask whiffing too many, and Kenshin makes him pay.
I felt like it was a bit too trigger happy or a bit too nervous there. He saw through the smoke, but you're not too sure where the play is going to end up being, and you don't have much cover yourself. He could have waited a tiny bit longer. Battlestrong, he's getting greedy, and he gets punished for it. Holy moly, Jinjae manages to stay alive through that hell that he was going through. That is what happens when you get greedy. There's always going to be a team that it will punish you if you overstep your boundaries, overextend right there. And just like that, got owned as well.
Smash and Rip are punishing these guys trying to take those engagements afar. Jinjae goes down to the blue, points denied, and holding bathrooms will indeed be eliminated. But
it doesn't matter because
he does get Kenshin down.
He gets Kenshin as well. He baited all these players to look towards him, and he got himself 2 extra placements from that.
Gotta give it to Smash and Rip, though. They weren't the ones, like we talked about also with vehicles earlier, right? You don't want to be the one looking at those vehicles. You want to be the one looking at the people looking at the vehicles, because they will be the easiest targets. At least the vehicles are moving. These guys all standing completely still, and once again, Rip finds a target. Soldado goes down, and they're racking up points. They already have a win and a second place coming into today. And, well, this time around, they got themselves a top 4 guaranteed, too.
You know they've been practicing their
duos for sure.
On Miramar.
They know what they're doing.
Top 16, 32 teams tracker. I mean, it's clear to say that Blaze, they're definitely up there right now. With a performance like this, both of them equally performing well as each other. And they've got everything on lockdown.
They were in first place coming into this game, and they're sitting tied in the top for kills overall now, too. So,
yeah.
Obviously, things are going pretty well for them here on Miramar.
And this is PUBG for you. Maybe you can have a terrible week. Maybe one map isn't that great for your playstyle. But hey-ho.
Also, gotta say it out there. I mean, if you guys are sitting watching and thinking, I got a friend, maybe you do, fortunately for you, wanting to play PUBG with him, then, or her, sign up. Play the GLL. The GG is where all the action commences. And, well, I mean, it's free to sign up. So jump on over there, sign up with, I think you can sign up with Facebook or Steam ID or whatever you want to use, and then go play some damn video games. It's fun, and who knows, maybe you'll win some money.
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff going on the GLL, play.gll.gg.
They got auto chess now on other games too, so plenty of action, plenty of fun for you, whether you play one game or the other. But of course, you want to play PUBG, because that's amazing.
Of course, you want to play Wingman, because I mean, it's been going on for so long, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. Everyone bloody loves it.
But I was just going to say, that's another thing, right? It's not one of those experimental tournaments. This actually has like a prestige as being like the duo tournament.
Yeah,
at least in Western PUBG, right? I mean, this is, if you're talking tournaments for duos, it's GLL Wingman. Yeah, so there's some prestige to it as well, getting out and showing off in these tournaments. You get to be casted by amazing people like us. You get to be observed and produced by the like me. Sorry. I thought I forgot you were here. But in any case, I mean, just if you have any thought of wanting to play this, sign up. You have to go through the qualifiers, obviously, but it's a good training ground too.
And the caliber of players that are in it, it is a challenge. It isn't just a walk in the park once you make your way through it. You have to go through thousands of players trying to qualify first of all, and then once you do make it, you know that you're in the lobby with the best of the best that can possibly make it, and you can already see that right now. Players like Blitz and stuff, but right now Tishby is coming up behind Jakravat, and I don't think he's heard him at all. In fact,
I mean, he has to hold this angle, and I think that's exactly what's going on. Ewan is looking over on this side, too. Jackrovot needs to... I mean, this is the angle he has to hold to make sure they are coming over the top, and he spots a second, but can't find him. Tishby not only gets the knock, but might be able to get the rest up, too. But Ewan is pushing over full HP so far. He hurt the steps.
Oh, you know it's 10 seconds to get the res, but it's one of those things that you hear someone coming, do you hold the res, and then you're 1 versus 2 with potentially one person with only, is it 10 HP that you come back alive with?
Yeah, I think it was first knock, so we didn't really have to stress it too much.
Yeah, of course. But look at that, straight away, Smash, he's on it, and he actually gets both of them. The res does come out, and he picks up 2 extra points.
The Punishers are back. I wonder how many of the kills lead this. Oh my lord,
oh,
headshots here
that
too.
Headshot? Followed by nade. Ewing, though.
This is absurd. Have we ever seen 3 top 2 placements in a row for anybody?
Smash actually spots out Ewing, so they know exactly where they both are, and they have center circle right now. He's actually going for those insane shots.
Smash sees everything right now. He's gonna take a headshot in return, though. 18 HP tries to get inside the shack. Get a first hit off, and for now, Rip has to be the one to kind of force the focus over on his side.
Ewan needs to close this gap. Ewan needs to try and do something, because Magebane, there's only so long that he can keep up this kind of look at me, I'm over here kind of business while he's getting shot at. But even though Blitz have the center circle, they don't have the ridge line that Magebane and Ewing have that they're playing around with.
And I think that's why you see Smash running up the northern side now, because they want to have that kind of flank opportunity too.
Yeah.
Ewan, though, sitting there and waiting, he is expecting a play like this to come out from Smash.
There we go. If in doubt, hit the deck and don't make any noise.
I mean, technically, they could be prone for the next 1 minute and 30 seconds, just because we lost so many players. Having everyone try to run up this hill early, Smash and Rip were pretty much tearing through all of them. And that just leaves so much space for 4 players to stay alive right now. So this could drag out a little. I'm not going to say it's going to, because it could also end in 10 seconds. But most likely, it's going to drag out at least for a little while longer.
Ewan just trying to jump scout right now, trying to see where Smash is. He's gone back down the hill. He's actually going deeper down the hill. And he's going for the flank right now. Ewing might not actually expect this.
He has to look for it at least. Yep. That should be their eyes. He saw him.
They both saw each other, actually. Smash does have a rock. And they're going to go for the fight right now. Magebane, you can see him on the south. He's actually already making the rotation round to help his teammate. It is Wingman for a reason. Rip. He's still holding off Magebane, but Magebane's not there anymore.
I guess Magebane can't cross. He can't cross that open side. Does take him twice. Smash down to half HP. Ewan not able to get more in than that, but good damage done nonetheless. Is going to force Smash to stop to heal somewhere. He is going to run back towards his teammate. In the last circle, you talked about how, well, I mean, at least for now, Smash and Rip were the ones with the dot position over the other. You can see it is as well. Ewan has to move. Magebane will have to leave this little dip. He has to play him up, but Smash is sending it forward.
A hut and a rock right next to each other, and this line of smoke right now. It's not looking that great for Ewing as he needs to make this push in, but Magebane's going to come over the top from the backside. Ewing lands a couple of shots into Smash, gets him down to about half HP. Now Magebane's coming around behind, and this might be the backside that they just about need. Will it pay off? Spots one, gets one knock.
Oh.
Actually does get smashed, and then he's going for the second one, but he's far too low now. It's Rip versus Ewing, and Ewing is pushing.
No way he could be up there in time to get the trade frag in. So it's going to be a 1 versus 1. Ewan does get the flush in, secure that final point, and prevent the info to come across. But now 1v1, both at 100% HP. Ooh. Ewan wins it! Great play, great anticipation, and what a way to finish it off.
How is he only on 50 HP there? Okay, so I was just going to say, Ewan actually had 4 less HP, but he had a better boost up right now. Maybe that could have been the difference. And I think he just got shot at. He got shot at first, but it must have been when the boost ticked at the right time.
Rip just whiffed bullets.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, it was just
I'm trying to make it a bit more analytical than... Yeah, this guy's terrible at shooting.
No, that's not at all what I'm saying. I just think that I mean, obviously, Rip had the first couple of bullets fired, but it was just a matter of well, Ewan lining them up and get him. Also, gotta keep it in there. That was his first kill of the game. His first kill was the final kill.
Ewing.
That's a silver lining if you're looking for one. But just to finish up on what we talked about before with the whole player GLL and all that, we have had, and that's another thing I really want to focus for you guys, a lot of nobodies have come in to Wingman, and now we see them in the top leagues. I mean, we've had a lot of people that made their way through the tournaments from doing these things. So if you're sitting out there considering playing something like PUBG, well, go do it, because these guys, as we can see in all these replays, sure as hell put up a good show.
You know, a lot of the times I've been asked, very rarely, of course, but I know that a lot of pro players get asked, hey, look, I'm a PUBG player and I really want to make it pro. How do I do this? How do I do that? You know, the simple answer is play with a bunch of friends, try and show yourself off in these tournaments online. It doesn't matter if your friends aren't as good as you, as long as you're being able to perform yourself, someone will definitely notice, and then that's how you get picked up. And that's how a lot of these players have gone on to play in NPL, PEL, and all that kind of stuff. They've just fragged the right person, and they're like, hey, that guy fragged me. Join my team.
You gotta, I mean, yes, Ewan and Rewop won the game, but you gotta give credit to Blaze. Win and 2 second places.
They're on one. They're on one.
That's insane.
Yeah.
3 top 2 placements in a row.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I mean, we saw last week on North America Wildcard picking up 2 wins, not in a row, but a win.
Yeah.
Then like
in
a
total.
5th place and then a win again.
Yeah.
I think they got 3 wins in total last week.
In any case, this is
Pretty
back
sure.
to back to back. And
Yeah.
so seemingly, these guys from Blaze Esports, I think they have a favorite map in duos.
I mean, they've definitely practiced it. They've definitely been learning their, is it Spanish?
It could be, yeah, could be. That's the way it helps for them just to be able to say the right things. That helps them move the right direction. But with that said, memes out of the way, let's throw it to a break. We'll be back shortly.
Hello, and welcome back to the GLL Wingman Series 8, or VIII, as Toby likes to call it. My name is Talha, and HayZ has entered the building, player turned commentator, because of course, no longer a player anymore. How you doing? How's your flight?
You had to say, didn't you? Of course. Let's say that as well, didn't you? Of course, yeah. No, flight was terrible.
Terrible.
Bloody awful, yeah.
We had to take it in turns. I had a terrible flight last week, and this turn it was HayZ's turn to kind of be the late one.
Yeah,
so
Toby next.
Hopefully, Toby.
Watch out, Toby.
It is the curse of GLL. But nonetheless, you're here now. We've caught you up. We've had insane Miramar games. Some crazy circles for the first one.
I
we
heard.
nearly went to the island, then we nearly went to the other island.
Yeah.
But definitely one team at the moment, Blaze, coming out on top on all of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They said they had two second places, and they just won the last game as well, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, pretty impressive. Like, I mean, I guess Miramar's their kind of map, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell that they've been practicing duos in Miramar. Like their playstyle, super aggressive, and they're taking the fights really cautiously. But they're fragging out as well as getting higher placements, so consistency is the key, of course. Especially when, the point system, got it here, I do know it off by heart. 10 points for a win, and then 6 points for second place, but 1 point for a kill each. So as long as you're getting above, 3 kills, that can make the difference between those lower ends of the placement points. Yeah. We'll bring the scoreboard up very shortly as soon as it is ready before we go into the next game, so we can see exactly how all the teams are facing up against each other. And then the overall scoreboard will probably give it to you at the end of the day, because we like to keep the viewers on the toes. But there we go. Here's the scoreboard from the last game. Blaze, 6 placement points, 8 kills.
Yeah, I mean, that's solid. 8 kills is actually pretty big in terms of like duos as well. It's like you don't see that many kills, which I was surprised in week 1, where there's like, it's Sanok, it's like a small map, and there's lots of other threats around the map as well compared to squads, but there's not that many kills, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, I mean, we saw like 10 and 11 kills at the moment, but a lot more in North America. But you can see how much difference all those kills do make. You get second place, but the 8 kills gives you that extra point advantage, especially when, Rewop came first with only 3 kills.
Yeah.
So this will be the overall scoreboard of today. Miramar games only, and there you go, there's Blaze, a whole nearly 20 points ahead of second place, 21 kills as well. after 3 games.
Yeah, that's solid. That is impressive, actually. I mean, I know those guys are pretty heavy competitive players. I'm pretty sure they played in contenders before as well. I mean, I think Smash even played at the PL promos as well. I think so. Yeah, they're obviously solid players and know what they're doing. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Definitely looks like they know what they're doing, and there they go. Rip and Smash, jumping out. But we're going to be going into the 4th game of week number 2. Of course, Miramar only this week, and then we round off the last 2 weeks with Erangel. And this is a nice plane. This plane, everyone can get to wherever they want. But in true Wingman fashion, we will see teams dropping on each other and early fights, because it's Wingman, and why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you've got quite a few people going, quite a few players going towards Los Leones as well. I mean, it's something you can share. I mean, even in squads, you can kind of share. Oh, what's happened here, Spike? What have you done? Hopefully, his teammate can come over and get him.
Yeah, I have a feeling he must have.
I feel like Nailep, he definitely saw that. Oh, he jumped. Oh no. His parachute kind of opened, or not opened, but like
he must have clipped it, and then the parachute went away. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't think he's even going to get him.
Nailep definitely saw that, so he's running over with the VSS.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he would have seen it in the kill feed as well. That someone's knocked.
No, but the timing.
Yeah, he's not going to get that. There's no way. Oh, that is a shame. Oh, you've done goof there, mate. I'm not going to lie.
But this might be actually clever here, because Nailep, he's still going to be running in, trying to find that kill. Nailep can probably hold him off. And look at where Nailep is. He's just out in the open.
We hears him now for sure. Yeah, I mean, Nailep would have seen his body box as well, to be fair, when he came over. So, yeah, they both know, but Nailop's just gone back. He's like, no, I'm all right, thanks. I'm going to peace out. Don't want any of that noise. Ooh. So this is a very similar one to one of the previous games, isn't it? Although the other
game number 2, yeah.
Game number 2, wasn't it centered on the actual islands itself?
Game number 1 was centered down on the small island down in the south. Game number 2 was slightly more north. But yeah, we're going to pray to Hulk Jesus and see what happens. But we've only had one like normal circle Miramar game, and that was the last game. So hopefully this time round, maybe we can see more chaos ensue and it actually goes towards the islands. But nonetheless, it was a fun game overall, watching the chaos of the rotations and everything of everyone coming in. But it did end up shifting out towards Impala and the little mountain just in the middle there, where Impala is. Yeah.
That's sort of that mountain that splits off the sort of the coastline with Impala. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you'll see a lot of players get on top of that mountain because it's so good. It's so overpowered. You can get knocked up there, and they can't flush you. Like no one can instantly kill you once you get knocked up there. It's insane. Obviously, someone's got to come res and everything, but still, like it's.
Yeah, you get
pretty safe.
And that's the story of Miramar in quite a lot of the places because of the undulating terrain and the trenches that you have. You can kind of get knocked, and then as soon as you get knocked into cover. So the only way you can get flushed is by grenades, and that's why we'll see everyone carrying so many bloomin' nades, because that's the only safe way to flush out a kill. And Horseman, he's on his own, and Kleinerman and Zeron, they are pushing, and he's actually going to get caught without a gun out at the moment. There we go. Easy.
Is that an Orm on his back as well? No, I thought it was not. That's the skin he's got on there. But yeah, wow, that's unfortunate for Horseman there. Clanman with the insta flush. Why not? Makes sense. But yeah, solid stuff already for them. Bankai looks like he's all on his own on the further sort of northeast of them, just down the road. So we'll see if they find him as well. Looks like he's scoping them out already. Oh,
hello,
Mixon, what are you doing? That's a big old mistake.
There's no flip mechanic in the game.
No, there's. But thankfully, he's got a buggy just there anyway, so it's not too bad. But still, I mean, that's a wasted vehicle for sure.
Yeah, you don't really want to be in the back of that buggy. You're very exposed and quite a big target as well. Would have been better if they had those two vehicles for themselves, one each. But hey ho, some people need to go back and do their driving test.
Yeah. Ooh, shots from Chinja here from holding bathrooms. Nothing more coming out of it though. Tari gets away. Looks like his teammate, Mr. Caracas, is further south. In fact, he's in a fight of his own against the one-man band of Nowick, I think.
Yeah, it's Suba Nowick. His teammate was Spike, wasn't it? Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, he died.
Yeah. Didn't really have a start to the game.
No, he didn't yeah, he might as well just like
Didn't make it on Miramar.
Yeah.
Not quite. Rykes and Cesarius already holding a very open area, trying to make the rotation. No vehicles, so this is the problem. Especially with a circle like this, you need a vehicle to try and make your way in. And looking for a vehicle is very dangerous, especially when you're trying to go from compound to compound across flat, open land as well. Just very exposed to anyone else that's scouting for a vehicle. See Sparking and Sillers coming in on their 2 vehicles, a bike and a buggy.
The under-18 squad passing through. Looks like a lot of people are on the late rotates. We've got Maro as well taking some shots at Sparking just as they pass. Silas is going to take a wide berth around it as well.
Running the double M4.
Solid stuff. I mean, that would have been good if it was 2017.
Is he going for a full-on spray with a lightweight grip as well?
Oh, yeah. Full-on 6x zoomed-out spray. It's actually not solid.
Well, with a lightweight grip?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. But, I mean, if you have like a comp and a vert grip, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, here we go. Rykes, the SLR, tapping away. Does not actually... okay, so... Cesarius actually helps him out there. So Maro from the tryhard team, down and out. His teammate is nowhere. Oh, he's actually just off in the distance over there, further east. So he's, there's no way he's going to do anything against that really.
They've got a lot of rotation camping at the moment. Let's see. There we go. One get owned doesn't actually manage to get a knock or anything like that. Apocalypse looks like he's stopping to try and take on the fight. Got owned, gets into the vehicle, he's driving away. Just about makes it into cover. Holy moly. And then straight like that, Ivis shoots up and tags up one of the players from Istanbul as well. And got owned. Manages to make his way out of there, but very low in health.
Yeah, he just pieced out there. Some shots going up from Shinjae through the smoke. I think they actually... So I think Ivis actually took some shots at the at Laza and Apocalypse and then got caught out himself. So a bit of lower extension there maybe, possibly. Just trying to find some more tags. I mean, if he would have hit the... I think it was Ivis that was res. If he would have hit Ivis, then it would have been another knock. Instantly. Oh, Sparking in a rough spot hit. Modelo. Lots of shots coming out. Sala's got a piece out. Looks like he's actually going to... Oh, his buggy's going. Rip. Oh, see you later then.
Yeah, a lot of rotational fights happening right there. Sillers gets tagged up in the face. Beamy gets knocked by the headshot by Zinsen. And now it's just... Can you make it into the circle? Is the question for a lot of these teams. They're trying their hardest, but everyone's camping the vehicles and the rotations right now. That buggy's on the wrong side of the road for Sillers.
Yeah,
make it a bit hard for him.
It sort of drifted away after he got out. He didn't press the handbrake fast enough. Wallman, though, Beamy getting tagged up actually gets knocked as well. Well, that was earlier, actually. So, I mean, Wallman's got to try and hold off the two players from the ATX team there. I think Beamer's going to get insta-flushed, it looks like. They're pushing up pretty heavily.
Molman trying to go for a little flank. Clubber Deluxe still thinks that he's over there. No, he spots Molman coming around the other side. And now it's a 1 versus 1 at the moment. Beamy still knocked, being baited out. Gets finished by Zinsan. And it's just down to Clubber Deluxe right now while he waits for his teammate to come and join him. How does Molman play this out? You don't want to die this early on. Nail-Up is going pretty ham. That's his second kill of the game already. Tondo goes down.
Oh, yeah. Solid stuff by Nail-Up so far. Molman taking shots, though. Still in this fight. The window peek doesn't actually work out for Clubber. He's got to back off with the headshot there.
Still holding it. Zinsan holding the off angle at the moment. And I think Clubber needs to move to a different position because he's at no use to his teammate in that building right now, especially from the angles.
Oh, one smoker now. He's actually played this super well so far. That was his only smoke and nade, so not much else to work with. He's got the line suit on as well, with his tail between his legs to see what he can do.
The smoke might have baited them to think the rotations happened right there. But he's still going to hold them off.
Yeah, the circle does shift towards the mainland, so unfortunately no island circle just yet. It's been close.
Quite a bit. Mythrain gets eliminated, so that's 1995 out in 29th place. That's a good molly and a spray to follow it up. Rykes, though, falls low, but the molly's burning.
Yeah, I feel like, right there you just shoot them. I'm not sure if he couldn't get the shot or if he didn't want to try and take the shot, but he threw a molly instead and it just didn't work out. He actually gets the res. I'm surprised he got the res here because obviously the molly would have completely fried the knock player here.
Oh, Bankai's on his own right now, and he's actually pushing up into Nawik from Isuba. And that is 2 solo players. Zeron gets taken down by Yuang. Smash runs over Kagi. Unlucky for him. And now it's just a 1v1 in this little compound. Bankai going ham. The nade comes in the same building as Bankai.
Oh,
it
what?
lands right behind whatever stuff is inside the building. And it gives them some sort of cover. The boxes. I think that's in that building. And now Bankai's just waiting and baiting. At the moment, Nawik can't peek aggressively. But he does have the high ground on Bankai.
Yeah, exactly. He's got all the nades. He just needs his last nade there. Doesn't do a thing. 2 nades not doing anything so far, unfortunately for him. 57 health. He's still got to heal up. So, any more shots, even a headshot, it might take him down.
Yeah, but now MyFox is getting in.
And then, as I say it, a headshot comes in from Chinjay, the double tap, to take Isuba down.
A nice clean angle. I was going to say MyFox getting involved in that fight and doing some damage onto Bankai, but it didn't go into the favor of Nawik at all. And then now Bankai has that compound to himself.
Yeah, he's in a pretty solid spot as well. Meanwhile, you've got Magebane and Ewan in a not-so-solid spot, way out of the circle, about 1 kilometer out on the west side. They're going to come into a pretty free side, though, I feel like. There's not much happening around the western side.
Have to be careful exactly where they do come in. If they go a bit more north, it's a bit freer, but there's not that much stuff there. Morman got into the fight with Clubber and his teammate at last, but it doesn't go in favor of him. 2v1'd right back to the lobby screen for Morman.
Fortunate for him. They just got caught out. That's what happens. MYM rotating past Battlestrong. Yeah, actually stopping as well. Looks like they want to scout the compound. It's only Battlestrong. Nades are coming out. Obviously, Flowy and Larone know exactly where he is now.
Oh, he's going to get in the vehicle. He's going to start driving away. Straight in towards Flowy. No, into Larone.
He's like, he's got to get out somehow. He's trying to find the right spot, but looks like some tags, but nothing happened there really. No knock. But the circle has shifted. It's shifted northwestish towards Bendita. So Lukaruk and Ivus in that center compound are sitting pretty.
Yeah, and you can see it's all flat farmland. You've got the occasional little dots there. Those aren't buildings. Those are the hay bale shacks for anyone that wants to try their luck and hide in between them. Usually requires 2 vehicles at least to close off each side. But nonetheless, if you do get stuck out there and you do need to rotate, then you've got all eyes on you because you're like a free kill running in the open.
Yeah, exactly. And essentially with duos, it's going to be even harder because there's so many more threats on the map, so they have so many more angles. Now, Battlestrong is going to try his hand at it. He's going to see what he can do. Parking I don't know. Is he trying to park it properly? Is there white lines he's going to park in or something? what is it? He actually finds a spot, but Caracas has got. Okay, never mind. You see what I mean? Caracas had an angle. Lukaruk and Ivus up there had an angle as well. I think Apocalypse and Laza had. I'm pretty sure they're in nade range as well of that.
Yeah,
so
they are.
That's just yikes.
But they're being clever. They're not going to go straight into the flatland. They're playing on the... There's no compound there, is it? No, it's the one further up. So they're just playing on the ridge line on the road. So it's got a bit of a lower ground, so they can use the ridge as their bit of cover. Sparking and his teammate up on the little hill. Joker trying to land some funny shots, of course, with the Kar 98. Missing.
Nade came out from Sparking. That's a long-range nade up from these rocks over here. Sala's pushing up as the front man here. Clubber Deluxe has got to cross over from the warehouse to get the res. Spots out Silas. Clubber can't hit any shots. He hits a few. So gets some damage on him nonetheless. But it's all over for Zinsan. Yeah, so it's a 1v2 for Clubber. We'll see what they can do.
Zinsan is out. Now you've got Clubber on the outside versus 2 players in. Is that Blaze? They annihilated. They're actually out by Boro. That's Mobsy getting a bit of revenge against Blaze for the second game. Getting them completely out. Unlucky for them. They're out very far out of the points right there. And now Clubber's trying to hold off Sparking and Silas on his own. Got Ali coming in from behind, so they have to play fast. Silas and Sparking do. Otherwise, they're going to get backstabbed. But Topaz, you can see, is throwing down some lead towards Ali. So not making his life any easier. As the circle's going to come in, we're going to see exactly where it's going to go afterwards. And this is going to be make or break for a lot of the teams. Are Ibis and Lucarux, are they in a good position for the next circle?
Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I think usually this compound is very heavily contested in terms of like, I see it in MPL as, oh my lord, that's a shift.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, the majority of the teams are now outside the circle coming in from the southeast side. So,
yeah, if you're
wow.
actually Hamslam and Modelo, they are protected by two other teams that are facing outwards, and they could just play on that La Bendita ridgeline all day long and shoot everyone else. And you can see the Istanbul guys, they're going to start crashing this compound. The nade comes in. Tishpay, he's going to hold a nade as well, and he's going to push up to meet them. And that's a good nade. It's going to keep bouncing, but it lands a bit short.
Yeah, no, this is a spot that's really it's really hard to play because you need the right timing and the right sort of circle to play it. These guys in the compound here can't actually overextend too far because then they'll just get shot by everyone else, right? So they're pretty solid in that dip. That's a good spot to have.
Just got to watch out for the nades. The right nade gets you a knock.
Yeah.
And if it knocks both of you, then you're both out. So don't want to be in a position anywhere else. Chinjay, he's racing across, going to get headshotted on his rotation, going to get out. His teammate as well.
That's not a spot you want to pull up on. I'm afraid, Chinjay. HBO hiding in bathrooms. They're hiding in a dip, and it's yeah, it's definitely not a bathroom, that's for sure.
Despite the head, Lucarux trying to lay down some sort of damage, trying to get the right trajectory on those bullets.
Yeah.
Unable to get the second frag.
There we go. My fart coming in though. It looks like Lucarux has his eyes on him. He's rotated around. He's taken a pretty wide berth. Right? It looks like he's actually pulled up outside the circle though. I think he's maybe trying to find some more information before he actually makes his final move towards the circle. He's taken that Haybell shack there. So yeah. Owner actually knocking. Oh, that's like 100 something meter spray or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the mini actually. But yeah, Soldado gets knocked out. So looks like they're actually gonna get the res. Kenshin looks like he's going straight for it.
Owner has to actually fall back. Can't get the flush on him. Joker gets flushed, in fact, by Sillers, and now they're trying to push out and make the way in. Two big shots coming in by default. It's Topaz actually gets them off. And now Sparking, the nade is going to bounce high. It's going to actually get Sparking. The bounces on the nades today are insane. You think that rock's safe, but it's not.
Wow.
At all.
That's a perfect nade. Perfectly cooked, perfectly thrown. Just oh wow! And in fact, Istanbul Wildcats just pull up onto. Actually, no. It was a Texture Club Deluxe that pulls up onto the Wildcats there. So Lazar and Apocalypse holding their spot pretty strong. Chinjay and
how are they still alive?
Yeah, they're still hanging around. Solid stuff from them, to be fair, to stay alive.
Ras gets Soldado and Kenshin in one spray, so that's another team out. Kenshin, actually, Rask, he's got that compound to himself. Now he needs to hold up against Nilep and Mobsy, who are coming across, who have eliminated. They did eliminate Blaze, and they are in contention for the top spot this week. So they're doing pretty well. It's not a team you want to be up against as a solo.
No, 100%. No, yeah. I mean, you got Flowey coming in from the backside as well, just to their east side. So we'll see if he tries to do anything with it. Ooh, that looked like it was on him. I feel like I don't know. That looked like a solid shot from Bankai there. He's got nowhere else to go though. I mean, if he goes over the ridge, he's out in the open. If he goes if he goes north around the ridge, then he's coming into Team Hoot territory.
Flurry trying to do some damage onto Mobsy behind a tree. Lands another shot. Mobsy's very low. But Naleb's going to be coming around the ridge any second now. And Flurry's running out of time. He does throw the nade. Cooks it pretty well. 15 HP. One more tag and he's down. Bankai gets taken out of the game with a grenade as well. And there we go. Naleb finally finds Flurry. And now these guys can go and push towards Rask, who is already ready for them. Look at that.
Yeah, Rask just holding his own in the compound. And Naleb's pretty far pushed up, so I think he's proning on the road ridge. Is there? Ewan might have an angle soon enough. Milta Powell, sorry, Rewop. I can't even say the names on it. I call it Milta Powell because that's what it is, just backwards. But they've come in from the west side and they've had some pretty nice shifts, so they haven't really done much this game.
It's been a very fast game. Phase 5, 11 teams remain, so we're already into the points now. And that's kind of what we get when it's open field, flat land. I'm still surprised that Chinjay and his teammate are alive. Just
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they have the great spot there. They just have a vehicle and hardly a ridge as cover.
Yeah, I don't really understand how, to be honest with you. I'm quite baffled actually. Ivos and Lukarooks with only a car and a hay bale. Looks like the Who gang have pulled up as well, just to their south. So this could be interesting. Ivos trying to get an angle. You might actually get one just around this hay bale.
Pushes up to the hay bale, sees where they are, sees where the car is. He's just going to throw a nade, and hopefully that's going to land. It does on the car. No, goes a bit further out, but the sprays do come out, and Ivos comes out on bottom there. And now Lukarooks, he needs to be careful of Laza. And he is careful of Laza.
Oh, that was I think it was prone just. Yeah. He was just prone, went for the push, went for the third party. That was quite smart from Lukarooks to hold that. But now we watch out for speed, and that's it. Wow. Perfectly thrown grenade by Apocalypse there. So now he's got to deal with the two guys from Who.
One of the speediest nades I've ever seen. Rask gets Mobsy as well, so that's them eliminated. Rask, he goes down to the blue, so a bit of fighting happening just out of the zone. No, in fact, Naylup still remains up. Mr. Krorakas and Chinjay, they're going to be pushing in very aggressively through the smoke. And there we go, Freezy and Seke Beast are out.
Yeah, they were sat in that shack for quite a while, I imagine, so solid stuff. Nice push from Chinjay. That gets them actually into some solid cover instead of that little dip that they had for ages, it seems.
I think throughout all of that, Apocalypse also does good damage. Ring goes down really easily there by Naylup. Only 50 HP remaining on him. He can heal that up, and I'm pretty sure he can get some more meds from the crate. Yeah,
it's a solid frag there, but Godhand PC and Jakravat coming over the ridge. I mean, that's way too short. That's a no-go right there. This one could roll. No, maybe not. But Naylup knows now. That's I feel like throwing those nades sort of
one nade connected.
Yeah. It's like throwing those nades blindly kind of gives Naylup the idea that they're pushing. So I feel like they could have just pushed over and just taken the gunfight with them.
Nonetheless, they're going to back off, and now we have a bit of calm. A bit of relaxation for some of the players. They can just chill out and do whatever rotation they need to do. Naylup, he's not in a circle yet, so he's got a long way to go and a lot of teams to fight just to make his way in. He has to be very careful. Last remaining for his team, Chinjay and Mr. Krorakas. You can see they're coming in via the south. They have to be careful for this compound with Tishpay and Proggy. But there is a crate awaiting them if they do so wish to get it. And the Who guys, they're going all the way to the north.
Yeah, but if these circles keep shifting towards Bandita, if anyone takes that Bandita crater, they are going to win the game. There's no doubt. Naylup can see taking some shots at Godhand PC, trying to get over that ridge there. In fact, Brow have 10 kills so far, so that's a solid 13 points so far, even for them this game.
It's outrageous, absolutely outrageous,
insane, really.
It's them and Blaze. They have been really fragging out every single game on this one. And now Naylup is going to make his way down towards Chinjay and Mr. Krorakas. But he's going to do it very cautiously. He's just going to wait. He is in the circles. He doesn't need to wait. Doesn't need to do anything at the moment. He can wait for the circle to close in and buy some more time, potentially get another placement point just by doing this.
Yeah, he's just going to chill. I mean, you've got everyone else is a two-man team, so he's the only solo alive. You've got Topaz and Default taking the Bandita Crater as well. So if they can push around, if they realize that this whole side is kind of free, then they can just push over and get complete angles onto Jackfat and Godhand.
I don't understand, though. Like, Modelo and his teammate, they had this crater. How on earth did they die? That's their bodies right there. They should not have been able to die like that. There was no one else nearby. But okay.
I think it might have been from the compound, possibly that Jackovat and Godhand left just to their south there. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
It is what it is. Assume. 2 crates are being dropped via the... Oh, my God, Naylup. This is a player that just keeps on giving and taking from everyone. He gets a knock onto Mr. Krorakas. Now Chinjay... It doesn't look great for him. He does have a palm tree for cover, and he hasn't been spotted just yet.
I don't think he knows, yeah. Naylup has no idea. He obviously knows where he knocked the player, but doesn't know where his teammate is. Just hiding. Smoke comes out. He obviously knows that he's close then. If the smoke comes out, puts another nade down there. That's gonna flush out Krorakas there. Chinjay with no damage taken, though.
Naylup hungry for Chinjay. The smoke.
He's got 8 kills. This madman. He's insane. Wow, that's actually nuts. So, I mean, he can kind of safely assume that there's one more player in the smoke there. He just didn't see him.
Oh, does it all end for him here?
I don't know.
Prodigy. Okay, no, he's not looking to go for the... Oh, dear. Gets tagged up. Prodigy, if he landed that headshot just then, that could have been a knock and a kill for him. There we go. Chinjay does a bit of damage. And then Nailup's going to stand back up. He's not full health yet. He has to be careful. He's got Prodigy looking at him.
Oh, the spray comes in. Nailup super tagged up Chinjay there. 33 HP on him. He's got to back away. I mean, there's not much Nailup can do. He's got no smokes for the approach towards the circle. Jakravat has eyes on him as well, it seems. Oh, no, actually, Nailup has eyes on Jakravat.
What?
That's insane.
He's knocking everyone. He's the only solo player left. Well, he's made Chinjay a solo player, and now he's going to make Godhand another solo player. He's just going absolutely ham. And now look, Chinjay, he's made his way into the circle, but he's got another team coming up behind him. Meanwhile, they're shooting at the other team, so this is perfect for Nailup. He can actually take on this fight. Oh, no.
Godhand PC in the bush. Gets the kill onto Nailup there. Unfortunate, but I mean, an absolutely solid game by the Brow boys. That's insane. Good stuff from them. So, I mean, that's probably, I think, 14 points for them, just for a 5th place. Ooh, default through the smoke. Taking down Tichpay there. More shots coming. Those shots look solid, actually.
Might just be behind a tiny bit of cover.
Yeah.
Hitting a pan, something of Tichpay, who's knocked. No, but like, Team Who with 7 kills, Brow 11 down there in 5th place. It doesn't really matter. Good shot. Oh, wow. Default landing the last shot with a headshot. That takes down Jakravat, and now the run is on. Let's see. And the nades.
Here we go. This is what we like to see. This is what we always see from Wingman here. Nades coming through. Just short there. That one's, I mean, exactly the same spot as the other one.
He's just got tagged up from where? Okay, they're both up. They can't get the heal off. They can hear them pushing in up there. But oh my god, there we go. Jakravat not going to heal, but Topaz, he does get the spray down nice and easily. They're both very low.
Whew. That was intense. I mean, the nades coming in as well. You can see the OVGR guys coming up. They have 0 kills, by the way, from this compound. They've not done much this game at all. They've held it, but not got any reward from it.
Is that level 3 gig? Oh,
that's gonna do some damage. Tichpay doesn't know. Yeah, half HP on him. So they got to back away instantly.
Chinjay's actually throwing mollies next to himself so that he can't get pushed either. He's very low on health, but he's got himself some level 3 gear. Topaz, he doesn't care. Look at him. He knows there's someone behind this, and he's pushed up, and Chinjay's not going to expect this at all. 77 HP, no boosters left. The nade's coming in behind him as well, not tagging him up. Come on, OVGR. Chinjay needs your help.
You got to sort them out there. You know, got to help them out sometime. Buddy or pal. Some praise coming in. Topaz gets the kill. Chinjay down. Now it's the OVGR guys with 0 kills. Are they going to get 2 and win the game?
We'll have to find out. Whoever needs to take this ridge. You were saying someone needs this ridge, and OVGR, they have the ridge straight away. Topaz doesn't spot them out, but he's quick to the trigger. It's going to be a frag for a frag at the moment, a knock for a knock. As default, they're going to go for a res each? Yeah, they're going to go just
Insta-res. Well, I mean, OVGR
they've got it first.
Way ahead, yeah. So, I mean, I don't think he wants to peek too much just to make it like a 1v2 or a 1v1. He wants to wait for his teammate. I imagine what I would do anyway. But spots the players out. It's a spray down. Doesn't connect any bullets at all. That ridge from who is nuts. Knocks one. And there we go. Probably comes over the ridge. Takes out the rest of them. 2 kills and a win for Online Vision Gaming Red.
That's all you need. What an insane game by Who, though. Just running around, fragging out. They taking the ridge, being very aggressive. There was that 10 kills for them, still 11 kills for Nailup and Mobsy. But, I mean, that game goes to OVG just purely there by the placement and pushing them out. But nonetheless, Who are these guys?
Who mans? Who's mans?
Who dat? Who dat?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think the Who team probably got probably the same points as the winning team, I imagine.
Yeah,
similar anyway. So and then
what is it? 5th place is 6 points plus 4 points plus 11.
Yeah.
15. And second place is 6 plus 10, so 16, just 1 point off.
Yeah.
1 point ahead of fifth place there. But insane coming, getting 8 kills on your own, Nailer, being able to push your team up that high. It's between them and Blaze. What an insane nade as well. That big bounce. Big bounce.
Just the bounce from the dirt there just completely destroys it.
A lot of surprisingly for a game that didn't have that crazy of a circle, it was very fast, I have to say. A lot of teams dying very early, especially on the rotations and whatnot. A lot of rotation camping as well. And I just love this aggressive play. Like Topaz, very risky just to push up towards that crate right there. But again, that came back to bite them in the backside because they gave up the
crater.
The crater ridge line.
Yeah, the Bay D to crater. Yeah, I mean, that's just... you saw the circle shift completely west, I think like 3 or 4 times or something.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't have that crater, what are you doing? You need that crater to win the game, and obviously, I mean, the OVGR guys had the crater that won the game.
They pushed up. They didn't take on any sort of fights until then. 0 kills coming in right towards the last fight. But I mean, at the end of the day, you have to find that right balance between placement points and kill points. But if it is getting a win with 2 points per game, then why the heck not?
Yeah.
That was game number 4. We've got one more game of the EMEA region. Don't go anywhere. Me and HayZ will be back after this short break. So, a little fun fact for anyone that doesn't know. I don't know if you knew this, HayZ. The iconic Wingman music that we hear every time before we come back.
Yeah.
It's made by Toby.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he told me last year, but I completely forgot. I mean, very talented person. I'm not too sure if he can play the trumpet, but
I think it's more like a
keyboard thing.
digital sort of thing.
Yeah. Very talented person.
I know he plays the guitar sometimes.
Sometimes.
I've seen him play the guitar.
He just whip it out at parties. Here's Wonderwall, by the way. That's Toby at parties. He will whip out the guitar and play Wonderwall and bore you ever so. I'm joking, Toby.
Wow.
It's just the go-to song, isn't it? If you can play guitar. Yeah, here's Wonderwall, and that's about it. I mean, I play the ukulele because being a small person, I thought a small guitar works well. So, you've got to accumulate. And the only thing that I can play on the ukulele is Mumford & Sons, The Cave. And
that's solid, though. That's a good one.
That's about it.
I'm a fan.
Nonetheless, before we go into the last game, let's have a look at the scoreboard from the previous game and see who came top, and it is a team by the name Who. But Brow, they're in second place. Only 4 placement points, like we said. Only 1 point away from that top place, and they've been doing really well. They've got a win, and they've been coming consistently in the top 5 every game. So it is very close between them and Blaze to take this week's leaderboard as well. But of course, we'll show you this week's leaderboard next, and then we'll show you the overall leaderboard at the end of this game, because that's what we're all looking to see before we go to next week. But a lot of teams still on 0. Oh, no, sorry, that's not this week's leaderboard. A lot of teams got 0 points that game, and a lot of them, like Stella with Mormon and whatnot, coming out the bottom there. But there it is. There is the overall leaderboard for this week. Before we go into game number 5, Blaze Esports still leading the pack at 45. So they are 11 points ahead from second place. Brow with 34 points. But they are catching up on the kill points as well. Rewop Atalim, not power backwards, 32 points. And they're not that far behind. And Online Vision Gaming Red, somehow, 4th place with 30 points.
I mean, they probably had a consistent sort of day, I imagine, but...
I haven't actually seen much of them today, but I'm very, very surprised, in a good way.
Silent but violent,
Definitely. Going into game number 5, the plane is over ahead of us, and this time we're going to be starting at the north for a change and going down towards the south. It's still a very nice plane. Everyone can go to wherever they want to go. They might switch it up. We might see someone go to Campo Militar to change things up, be a bit frisky in the final game, but let's hope let's hope that the circles actually surprise us a bit more rather than teasing us for the entire day on Miramar.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually the circle is usually connected somewhat to the plane path as well. So
Yeah.
I very doubt we'll see like a northeastern or like eastern circle. We might see like a central eastern circle around sort of Bendita Graveyard around that area, but I feel like it's going to be. I'm going to try and guess before it spawns. I'm going to try and go like west coast, maybe power grid.
Via Del Mar,
It could be, yeah. That could be as well, yeah.
Tari landing on the bike and yoinking it straight away from the player that was just there. And,
He's fine.
there we
Saved.
go. Manages to control it. All right, let's have a look at what the circle is then.
Yeah, I'm curious.
No?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
Right. There we go. It is north for a change. Yeah, to be honest, we shouldn't be bossing the observers around.
No,
we can only do our job, which is they show us what they want us to see.
Yeah.
So of course, we can't be demanding as commentators, but it's okay. We need to know our place. So sorry, Mr. Observers.
Apologies.
Apologies. We won't tell you what to do. Already, so a lot of teams actually lost the owners, as I was about to say it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
A lot of duos going there. Modello and his teammate are yeeting out of there. So are Mithrain and Chinjay as well.
Yeah, he's actually leaving his teammate behind in Los Llanos there. He's gone off his own. He's like, nah, I'm all right, mate. You can deal with that yourself. See you later. Peace.
Mobsy and Nail Up are there as well. So they're probably looking to just try and get looted as fast as possible and try and get those early points if they possibly can. But the bad thing for all these teams is the circle is north and you kind of have to rotate quite a bit.
Yeah. But the cool thing is that if they know the plane path, they can recognize where it is. They know which side of the circle will be fairly free, so they can rotate accordingly, or they can just rotate into everyone and die. That works.
Up to you guys.
Yeah.
Make up your mind. Which one sounds better? I have to say to the observers, how on earth do you guys find these emotes everywhere? All these
images of things on
of food with faces.
I mean, to be fair, like they've seen this map a fair few times. I can imagine these things sort of come about and they're like, oh, I've seen that before. I know that thing. Of course.
Do you have like camera placements and they just save so it's keybound to like straight away? Right, so F1 takes me to this face, F2 takes me to Hulk Jesus. No, okay, that's far too advanced. God, I love that face.
Perfect.
Okay, right. So before we find any more faces coming up on our screens, let's have a look at what everyone's doing. So Blaze down there in Chumacera, going to be looting up, smash and rip. Not that far off is OVG, so our winners of the last game as well. Just above them, Judge and Honor. And then Rask and his teammate as well. So a nice, lovely line being drawn up towards the circle. But a lot of the circle isn't really occupied, especially in the northeastern side.
Oh yeah, Espuma with their own Picados. That's quite nice to have, isn't it? Even as two players, like the whole of Picado that's a lot of loot for sure. So they're doing all right so far. Looks like they got their vehicles. They're going to head on over down the road, I imagine, just north.
See Mordello and his teammate, they're going to go straight up towards the northeast. They know it's free, so you might as well.
Smart.
Tari as well. He's gone in that area next to water treatment. MyFuck finds Zeron and finishes him off as well. So that's the first casualty of the game. 1 point for him. 2.
There's a big old flush. I don't know where that was, actually. I couldn't quite
God, what are you showing us? What are you showing us
there?
there?
Jesus. He's staring at us, though. He's got some evil eyes.
That's Candle Jesus.
He's on fire. Yikes.
I love getting surprised by all these things.
Yeah.
It's a very... let's not get religious, but a very Christian map.
I suppose it is, right? It's yeah. I mean, is it supposed to be sort of like Mexican based, like around there?
Mexican based.
Sounds. I mean, it's like Hispanic sort of Hispanic. No.
Yeah,
Hispanic.
Hispanic. Yeah, Latino.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, I think they're quite a religious bunch, I imagine. So.
I mean, if we're learning it from Miramar, then they might not be. They might not be completely. We're taking our knowledge from a game on a map. But it's okay. Okay, so it looks like everyone's kind of already making the rotations in. You can see there Tishpay just shooting out some people making the rotations.
Ooh.
There it is, the DBS.
Spicy. I was actually watching.
Can you put a silencer on it? Because I mean,
I think you. Oh no, I don't think.
do you
you
need
can
4 silencers? You know, because all this like it's a double barrel pump shotgun.
Oh.
So do you need 4 silencers for each part of the barrel?
You might need like a silencer for both the barrels, maybe if you can. I don't think that's the thing though. You can put it on the side gate, right? But I think any of the shotgun is a no go. So I think this one's no different.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But I mean, I'd love to hear it though. I'd love to hear the sound.
Yeah.
The sound sounds pretty cool.
As I was saying, everyone's kind of made the rotation in. You can see everyone just conglomerating like very center on the high ground of this northern circle. Those guys making it in late. You can be a bit safer, but these are just everyone's just going here in the center for rotations, I would assume.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm quite surprised that everyone's kind of converging on this sort of this center point here, like center west. So I'm quite surprised. Insan's actually left his teammate Clubber. They don't know. Silas. Oh, actually, Clubber's shooting at Silas' teammate Sparking up on the hill there. But he doesn't know, apparently.
Yeah, Silas, he was running in, but the sound of the vehicle definitely masked that. And Silas slow walking in. And now Clubber's just not going to be prepared. If he jumps out on this side, he isn't going to be prepared at all. And it looks like Clubber and his teammate are going to go for a 1-1 split.
Looks like Sparking actually just got knocked and flushed there, I think, from somewhere. Yeah. Cesarius gets him. Silas, though, pops off some shots. Ooh, nice little nade there. Little cheeky peek of a nade. Doesn't actually do anything, I imagine. Nothing at all. But does muffle the sound of his footsteps.
Yeah, but running upstairs into this building, it is one big room. Do you go from the left or the right? They're both jumping out. Who's going to be the first one? It's actually going to be Silas that gets him, even though Clubber lands first. Insane timing.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. That was like some James Bond stuff right there. That was awesome. But Zinsan in his vehicle has to back off. He can't really do much about it. Smoking the body, try and get the loot there. That was cool. That
was pretty cool. Yeah, they're both looking, not expecting each other to be jumping out at the same time. Pretty damn good, if I would say so myself. Horseman and Bankai. Nope, they're actually going to go on board with Judge. Ewing doing a lot of damage onto Honor. Actually, no, sorry, it's Judge he's doing damage onto. Magebane does get knocked by Honor. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, still some shots coming out from... Is Ewan shooting shot? I'm not actually sure.
It is Ewan, but Ewan is so far away. His teammate is definitely.
No, I mean, yeah, like they just blew up his teammate in the vehicle, so he's the only one alive actually. Magebane went down already, so imagine if he hit that. Quick scope.
I thought he did. I saw like a hit marker, like a number come up. I was like, ooh, did he? What are we playing? We're playing Call of Duty here. Running around quick scoping. Let's go.
Yeah, still coming in. The circle's about to shift over. Looks like Blaze on the southwestern side coming in as well, just a bit late. Circle shifts, and it is not in their favor, that's for sure. Wow, okay, so it shifts all the way over towards the east side. Cruz del Valle, Hamslam, and Modelo over there looking pretty good. Isuba, Spike, and Noik going straight for center, it looks like. I mean, that compound's free, so why not?
Yeah, why not take that compound? It is a good compound to kind of get early on, and especially if the circle keeps going onto it later on in the game, it's very hard to kind of make any sort of rotation out in the open around it or towards it. It does look like a bit of bumpy terrain, but it's all kind of slanted going downhill, so it really depends where you are. Silas actually gets another knock onto Maro. And he's looking for his teammate as well. He's going ham at the moment on this. Oh my god! Headshot for a headshot, but it's going to be Silas' one that does more damage. But Cesarius is taking all the kills.
Gotta be kidding me. That's unfortunate for Silas. Gets his kill yoinked. That's a big headshot onto Magisters, though. That definitely tells him to back off, that's for sure. I mean, I think it was a level 1 SLR headshot, so 95 damage there. Pretty solid stuff from Salah so far, but he's a solo, same as Magsters, so we'll see what they can do. And
now it's just this area, ridge fights pretty much, where Rykes and Cesarius are against Ivas, who's in the petrol station. Then you've got water treatment as well. You can see Tari and 1,000 Days of Mithrain. They're trying to get in to it, but Atari's already there. Jumps out of the vehicle, the bike as well, but it's going to be Mithrin that comes out on top. Somehow, with no cover whatsoever, finds the head of Tari and takes him out.
That was, I mean, that was some good peeks by Tari there. I'm surprised he actually lost that fight, to be honest with you. So great shots from Mithrain to catch the head as he peeks over there. Wow, that's impressive stuff from Mithrain.
Did he take damage jumping off that bike?
I don't think he did, not much.
Oh,
okay, returned straight away. Instantly, Larone, Zinsan goes down. Nice little first shot there, though, but didn't quite work out. Just got shot in the nose.
Straight away, vaulting straight out. Yikes, a bit too quick. A bit too eager.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta play it safe. Got the first knock. You might as well use that to your advantage as well.
Man, I do not want to be on the southwestern side of this circle.
Yeah, it's rough.
I do not want to be there.
No.
I mean, it is points for anyone that comes out on top.
Ewan not taking the shots, though. Smart choice, I feel, because now he gets to sneak up. Oh, maybe not. I lied. Oh, big shots there. Actually takes down my fuck. So that's the. I mean, there's no one else around to actually return fire. Zen is over at the shop over here, the market. Can't do anything against that.
Way too far away. It's wingman for a reason, my dudes. Gotta play with your wingman. He could have helped in that situation, but nonetheless, it is just a kerfuffle really trying to get into the circle here. Bankai, Bulgarian sniper, is trying to snipe, but not hitting anything.
Yeah, no, he's. I mean, there's pretty far shots to hit. Oh, actually, Silas goes out.
Cesarius getting both of them. Then.
He stole his kill and then kills him as well. I can't believe that.
And kills his teammate.
Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, smash! Makes it into the building just about. Horseman now needs to just back off and hold an angle.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to do. I mean, the circle's just passed as well. Horseman, here's the buggy. I'm surprised Smash didn't peek that.
I think Bankai's in the building as well.
Oh, he is. Yeah, you're right. So this is risque.
Everyone's in the blue. Rip, not going to help his teammate. He's just going to get into the circle. Comes in. Good timing by Bankai.
Perfect timing. Yeah, just caught him off guard. Straight away, insta flush, and looks like Rip's got a pretty hefty sort of rotation in front of him actually.
Hamslam and Modello did this early rotation, and gonna try and take Battle Strong out, but only misses the nade a little bit.
Yeah, it's just short. Battle Strong on about 10 HP there. Gets healed up though. Modello and Hamslam. Hamslam's on about 70 HP as well or something. So, ooh, the big shots. The 4x spray from Battle Strong. Tries to flush with the nade. Looks like he might try.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, close. Did a bit of damage. Still taking shots though. 75 HP as well. I mean, I don't think a headshot would instantly kill him though. So he should be okay to peek some more against the mini. It's an SLR that you don't want to peek at 75 HP. That's when you definitely don't want to peek. Ooh, as I say that, takes a headshot from Hamslam there.
Was it Hamslam?
I think it
Well,
was.
I think they're all being shot by someone else. Gargi's coming on his bike, bouncing around. He might distract the players a tiny bit. Hamslam definitely pushing up onto it. No, in fact, Gargi's going to stop. And he's going to be... Hamslam's going to be the piggy in the middle at the moment. Oh, who go out by Saint. Wow. Takes out the winners of the last game. Sorry, the second place of the last game, but they got a lot of kills as well. So they're going to go out very early on. Hamslam gets finished by Gargi. Battle Strong is now left alive between... Well, no one is actually not between anyone, but it's Gargi and Battle Strong. Oh, no, sorry, they're on the same team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I was just looking at the tags.
Wait.
Yeah, they are. They've got the same icon.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
They just don't have the same...
It's the clan tag as I was getting baited by with the GRS, the GG.
Yeah, me too.
How dare you?
Oh, guys, come on.
I can't believe you guys doing that.
So that was good. Battle Strong baiting out those two players for long enough for his team to come in.
Yeah, perfectly played. Really just wasting time, making sure his teammate comes in. Nixon, though, Ispuma gets the knock on the Joker, I think. And then Ali, he's got to try and make his way over. Oof. Tries to hit it. 41 HP, though. I don't know about this one.
What about this one, Chief?
Yeah, as I said that. Wow.
Tries to peek it, puts a 4x on, but now Mixon... actually, Rask finds Ali as well, so... No, Rask can't get shot in the air, and there we go. They go down as well. And that's by Ewing, who's coming in as a solo player. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his teammate's out, so... All on his own, coming into Hacienda. And now everyone has kind of settled down, got themselves a mortgage, and they have their own little compounds for themselves and their misses, as you can see.
But who's the woman, though?
We'll have to decide
which one wears the trousers in the relationship. Anyway, Circle shifts up northeast, straight towards Spike and their compound, Mithrain and the 10,000 days. They are looking solid right now in their compounds.
I've seen a Circle many times. Those two compounds just off the farm there, right next to each other, are insane. You have the team on the southern part. They can see everyone. But then these guys, they've got this hillside that they come up on top of, and they actually can help this compound down here, as well as it's a super, super good push for them down towards it. They do need to take them out eventually. But if I was Mr. Carcass and Chinjay, I would not give up that compound anytime soon.
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, you see a lot of people, a lot of teams crashing this in sort of squads and stuff. If they see like a team holding that compound, they'll instantly crash it because they know the Circle loves that compound. This Circle shifted west quite a few times. East quite a few times. So I don't think it's going to do it again. It should shift somewhere else, I imagine. So either south, southwest, west. Chinjay and Caracas would be pretty solid.
Yeah, they just need to be careful of their angles. You can see Ivas, he's actually pushed up, and he's taking some shots onto Mr. Caracas, in fact. He needs to be careful a tiny bit. Horseman holding the angle. Very smart, very well played by him. Doesn't have Bankai anymore, but they do have 2 kills to the name right now. He's going to hold the angle again. A different angle, in fact, and he finds the head of Soldado. Not expecting the fallback from him. 1 HP, the pan! 3 HP! What on earth? He actually makes it around the corner. Rip! Rip to you.
The pan. Rip his aim, it seems. So he just couldn't quite hit the shots there. But the pan really helped him out there for sure. Wow, that's rough stuff. Meanwhile, HP getting taken out by Lazar there on the rotation. Teammate is nowhere to be found, it seems.
Not surprised. I think it was Molman and Beamy that actually did a lot of work there, but it doesn't matter because Judge and his teammate are coming in over the hill, and they've taken them down. Honor with a grenade finishing off Molman, so that's Stella out. In 17th place. They're down to the top 16.
Solid stuff. But Seeky Beast and Freezy here. Again, I mean, not in the circle yet. They've got Apocalypse and Lazar to push onto in these buildings. Nade goes out, does absolutely nothing. I'm not sure if they had info that he was in that area, but he's not anymore, that's for sure. More nades coming out. It seems like duos is the nade meta, like on like times 1,000 compared to squads, it seems. Pretty crazy.
Quick last minute swap out to the M4 while it's there. You can see Nail Up getting another kill on one of the HBO guys. Ewing, he's out in the open down there in the south, all on his own. But I think everyone is so preoccupied with each other, this might be a very safe rotation for him.
Yeah. Could be pretty solid. I mean, Apocalypse has no windows on that side, so I mean, he has no way of actually knowing. But surely the compounds further central can get some info.
Horseman's been able to go on and get another kill in water treatment. Kleinerman gets knocked by him and taken out. 10,000 days gets a grenade finish on Tondo. So a lot of players that we've seen continuously frag, still fragging out, and they're not stopping any time soon. Nailep and Mobsy, they might spot out Yuang.
I was thinking that they're staring. I mean, Nailep looks like he's staring right at him. Meanwhile, Chinjay actually takes out Freezy. That's from the compound further central over the road to the north. So that's a big old third party coming in. Freezy goes down. Teammate last one alive, and yeah, there it is. The circle goes fairly central, kind of northish. But looks like 10,000 days in Mithrain looking pretty solid still.
Seki Beast needs to get out of that, but the door is being held. The grenade comes in. You've got you've got 2 people looking at one door, and they know you're going to come out of it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to do something, because if he dies now, he'll get no points for it with his placement. So there's no... I mean, he's got to do something. He doesn't know, though, obviously, right? 21 alive, you don't really know that there's still 14 teams alive. So, understandably. But
how many meds he has? He's got 2, and he's got 1 medkit. So he can just wait this out for a bit longer.
Yeah. It isn't... I mean, it chunks, but it's not too bad. You can bandage through a bit of it, and then obviously start up the first aid as well. But yeah, he can do exactly that. He's full boosted as well. He's just going to sit there and wait. I mean, they know he's still in there.
Yeah, until they leave. And there you go. Chinjay does a bit of damage. And Apocalypse, he's going to start leaving straight in the direction of Yuang, but he's not going to fire. And Lazar's actually just staying behind. Lazar might actually take the fight here. Seki Beast.
Did he spot him?
He spotted him. He's seen him. Just needs to get this off.
Apocalypse, though. Apocalypse actually goes down. He dies. Nailep.
Oh, Lazar.
So Lazar... Oh, the molly actually tagged him, I think.
Is it?
I'm
No,
not
hasn't
sure.
tagged him. Hasn't tagged him yet.
You should hear this.
Coming around the corner. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well played by Seke Beast. He gets himself 1 extra point and a placement for it, and he might just die, but it doesn't matter to him at the moment. He's done his job, and he's got himself into the top 10, so that's a couple more points. But NameIsToby, he's not going to let someone die to the blue. He's going to try and snag as many points as he can.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Owner's actually pushed into Chinje's compound as well. He's going to, I mean, well, on the edge wall of it, he's going to try and get a little sneaky kill as Chinje comes out.
Oh my god, is there actually a way for Honor to completely meme Chinje? Can he like climb up on the fence here and then vault grab onto the little tent and then get onto the balcony?
Could be, but I mean, Chinje's going to hear that 100%. So it's I mean, it would be cool to see, but I'm not sure if it's viable.
Problem is, once you start doing that, you're kind of exposed.
Yeah.
Anyone look at you.
Yeah.
If I saw someone doing that, I wouldn't shoot them. I honestly, I'd be like, what is this guy doing? Let me just see what he's doing. Let's have a look. Doesn't matter. Chinje finds Judge, knocks him, needs to now find his teammate. Mobsy. AUG on the back, and Ghillie Suit.
That's spicy. That's super nice. 3 nades, 3 smokes, so good utility towards the end game as well. You can do a lot with that for sure. But yeah, actually, he knows. Chinje takes a headshot as well. He's got to back off. There's nothing more he can do. Actually, I think it was Chinje that knocked Judge, wasn't it? So
yeah.
there's not much he can. He's got to try and 1v1 it. Judge is trying to crawl down towards Owner, but Chinje repositioning.
Way too far. Way too far. I mean, the smokes are there. The smokes might be able to help here. It's all about the timing at the moment. Chinje looking out through the window, does spot him, tags him up, but not enough. Now he's completely lost where he is.
Oh, it's so close. I mean, it was. Now it is. Oh, it tags up the knock player and Judge. He doesn't know though. I mean, he's still going for it. Fair play. I would
come
too.
on.
Oh! He went around them. He's spraying like in a sort of an archway around them. Kidding me?
All it requires is one more shot. Right there.
Oh, I feel bad for Chinje. Like, to be fair, those some solid shots, but somehow just didn't quite
I
connect.
see the frustration in it coming out in the way he's firing now. Gargi trying to find Nawik from his Super Gaming. Run out of mouse, Matt.
That was a slow reset, maybe. I'm not sure. No, I think that was a bit of a
spectator
bit of lag there or something. Yeah, but
okay, I'm sorry. Mobsy has just been getting all sorts of kills. He actually takes out Chinje.
Oh, what?
So that opens up this
across the
compound for Honor and Judge.
Yeah, I mean, they should know this now. Yeah, they clearly know. They know he's dead, so there's no need to even bother with it anymore. More shots coming out. Nail up. Oh, these tags.
Holy moly! They're on 6 kills, 3 kills each.
Wow.
And they've just been playing on this side of the circle the entire game, and they've just been doing, well, wreaking havoc on everyone.
Yeah, lots of third parties from the south side as everyone crosses over the open fields there. So easy pickings for them, 100%.
You have to be careful. They've got Ryx and Cesarius in the Haybale thing, whatever it's called.
Shack
just
thing, yeah.
shack thing, open shack. Hay bales, we'll just call it.
Yeah.
Hay bales just down below them. Don't know if they spotted them, but they do need to be careful. But those are 2 extra points for them if they do so wish to go for it.
Yeah. 10,000 days throwing out some smokes. I think he wants to get a bit closer to try and throw some nades out. Looks like he's going to do just that, just to give him some cover for the smokes. That nade was close, but not cooked enough.
Length was fine.
Yeah. Just needs to be cooked a bit longer. Spike, actually going to get in the vehicle and get tagged up at 10,000 days. He had an angle on that for sure. So that's a rough spot for Spike to be in.
And at Mithrain, you can see, oh my god, Gargi goes down by Nail-Up as well. Mithrain's getting up onto the concrete building's roof just to get more vision and seeing what he can do from up there. But it is Nail-Up that is just somehow constantly in our kill feeds. 13 alive, 7 teams remain as Cesarius gets knocked by Judge coming in. He's got himself the compound there with his teammate, Honor. Falls very low. And Nawik is going to go for the Hail Mary res onto Spike.
Yeah. 1995 can't do much about it, really. So easy res for them, but they got to push in. I'm pretty sure there's no way they can use their vehicle anymore. because that's just a death trap, it seems. Jaggy and Battlestrong have the shack, but it's not inside. Again, they've got to push in too. Oh, actually, they're going to go for their vehicles. Oh, okay, Suba making their way downtown.
Not being shot at the moment. Oh dear. Takes a bit of damage, but blows up the vehicle. So there you go. You've got your hard, solid cover right there. Ivas, he's been in between all of these players for so long, but there we go. 10,000 days finds one. Mithrain gets Noik as well. So Isuba are down to just Spike, who's only just been rezzed. So his armor's going to be pretty whittled down. And 10,000 days has noticed an open door. So he knows there's someone there now, and he sees Judge and Honor running in.
Yeah, I think he realizes a big spray coming out from Ivas. The AK looks like 10,000 days has crate gear. Oh, that molly, big old damage coming in as it hits him, and then Mithrain just takes the kill. So I
thought it was the other way around.
No, yeah, a good solid push there from Mithrain just to push up there super fast. But meanwhile, ZZ gets a knock on the Mithrain. That's Owner. Judge just on his left there.
He is close enough for the res. Could possibly go for it, but going to move out the way, try and get some information, because the nades are going to be coming in surely very soon. There you go. So you want to hold the angles while a push comes in. Yeah, that's a good nade.
Solid stuff. Actually goes a bit too far, but yeah, does actually flush out Mithrain.
Okay, right. So Mithrain was going to die there in any situation, but he now knows where Judge is. So 10,000 Days has the information that he needs to take on this fight 1 versus 2. But none of these teams are in the circle. Look at that. They need to actually make the charge here. They're just wasting time at the moment. Meanwhile, 4 teams remain. Nailup and Mobsy, they're using this as an opportunity to make themselves more comfortable in the circle. And Nailup, those headshot angles, so hard to hit.
The head peaks, man. Judge as well. Trying to find an angle, but he just can't quite hit the shot on the
hate those. I hate those ones because I'm like, I'm aiming at the head. Why is nothing hitting?
Just got to aim better for it.
Aim better.
10,000 Days has the angle. 27 damage onto Judge there. Nothing more, nothing less. Smoke's coming out. He's got one more. He's actually giving them. He's giving them smokes, to be fair. So, although I mean, it helps him out, but it helps them out too.
Himself to Nailup. He's actually focusing onto Judge as he gets him round, coming over, vaulting the wall. Look at Nailup, the angle that he has. 10,000 Days just makes into the smoke, but easy to read. And Mobesy's coming in with the AUG from behind, finds Judge, finds both of them, and Honor gets taken out by the AUG of Mobsy. Now, 10 kills, 11 kills for these guys, and there's one person remaining, and it's Rikes. And he gives away his position.
Yeah, taking shots. Cannot hit any shots at all. Doesn't hit one shot on Mobsy there. Actually, tags up with a headshot, meanwhile.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't do a lot of damage because you've got level 3 gear, nonetheless. And now Nailup, he's coming from a different angle. 1 HP, Mobsy. Holy moly. Constantly on the kill feed, and they end another game in first place and with 12 kills.
That's absolutely nuts, to be honest with you. Coming from the south side, just the perfect positioning to pick up all these kills coming through the fields and just everyone coming out the compounds. It's just perfect situation for them, really.
What are the Blaze guys?
Blaze, they actually went out pretty early, I feel like.
Where are they? Am I blind now?
Not sure. But I'm pretty sure they're on the right side.
They're on the right side somewhere.
So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, just by that performance alone, it's fair to say that Bara definitely have taken first place. But we need to also see the overall leaderboard from last week combined with this week's one. But holy moly, what an insane set of games for a lot of these teams. Yeah. Really racking up the points and really showing off the true skill. Those guys from Bara, I've never seen a duo play like that consistently on Miramar as well. Look at that slow motion.
Some James Bond stuff right there, just jumping out. It's like the James Bond scenes where you jump out these high story buildings and you're like shoot. He's like
shooting.
It's Matrix. Sorry, it's Matrix stuff, isn't it? It's great. But
this is a good play by Horseman. Right, get the first knock, fall back. Do a different angle.
It's either a good play by Horseman or a really bad play by Soldado to pick the same exact angle that his teammate came around from. Also, Kenshin had his mini out as well, so it didn't really help. But solid win from Brow. Just 12 kills. That's, I mean, you don't see that.
A record now.
You could be right. I mean, there was 11 kills.
There was 11
kills
previously,
so yeah.
12. So they hold it. Well, they hold it on Miramar nonetheless if it's not on Sanok, but I definitely think that's the 12 kills is the record for this season's Wingman. Overall for EU, that is. I'm not too sure about America. I mean, America, they didn't really have that many kills. They just had a lot of kills on everyone, but some insane games.
It was the wildcard boys with their snaking in the nades and stuff. Oh, dude, like the nades on NA. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some pretty good nades today, but I mean, we have to see if those are the nades.
Wait till later.
If those are the nades that we're seeing on EMEA, then I am excited to see the nades on North America as always. Actually, no, we're not doing North America, are we?
It's LATAM.
Yeah, we're doing LATAM.
Ah, okay.
We're doing South America.
We'll have to see how they throw their nades in, huh?
I'll have to see. I mean, from doing the LATAM Masters the last time round, I thoroughly enjoyed like Poma. He stands out from Singularity if he's in it because they're just so aggressive. They're just push everything. We don't care if we die. Push everything because that's PUBG. But let's have a look at the scores before we round off EMEA. Those are the scoreboards from game number 5. Barra 20.
22. That's double second place. That's madness. Unknown Knights with 5 kills and 6 points with their second place. But yeah, wow, double second place is that's a feat and a half.
Yeah, Blaze came 17th. They only got 1 point there.
Okay, yeah.
Came 17th. Only 1 point, and this will be after game 5. Barra overtake Blaze Esports by a whole 10 points. They were 11 behind, and now they're 10 ahead after that game. So it's gonna do wonders for them. And then another 12 points between second and third.
Yeah. I mean, when you get 1 point from that last game, it definitely doesn't help out with Blaze.
Yeah.
They need to keep it going. You know, at least get like an average points of maybe like 7 or so, and to just keep themselves up there. But
here you go, the total leaderboards. Blaze still hold the top with 70 points. Brow come in second place at 62, so they have closed an insane gap as we came in this week. M-Force, they had a good game, good week last week, but kind of dropped off on Miramar. Might just not be their map. But ZZZ has also closed their gap between them on 57 points, or 1 point difference. And Stella, they've dropped off, but we're still in the 50s and the 60s now. One team in the 70s. Exciting stuff.
Exciting stuff. Yeah.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Of course, next week we're going to be on Narangal, and the week after that, finishing everything off Narangal. So, I mean, it's the map that everyone started out on. It's the map that everyone loves. And there's just no excuse, really. There's no excuse on Narangal. You can't be like, I hate this map. Because
I mean, to be fair, I've gotten quite used to Miramar, though. I've just sort of gotten used to it, and I quite like it, because it promotes fights. It promotes, like, organic gunfights instead of just rotational kills and like, compounds. So, I mean, there is a certain strategy to Erangel, but I feel like Miramar is more of like, you can take these fights, because obviously, the rolling hills, the ridges, definitely helps out.
Of course, that's the strategy, but we'll have to see what the strategy is in duos next week, as you will join us again for the penultimate week of the Wingman Series 8. So don't go anywhere, but definitely don't go anywhere if you're interested in some South American Wingman games, because that's what's coming up next after this break.